So it looks like we're having a bit of an technical issue in the Scouse fucking studio. But for whatever reason, it is now, I think, fixed. I don't know. We'll soon find out. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I know I can see Zed and Diesel down the bottom there. Guys, can you hear me all right? Do I sound coming through good? Yeah. Happy days. That's good to know. Anyway, welcome to the show, guys. I have got the new setup on the go. I've got the Canon M50 up there, using that as a webcam. So hopefully it's coming through a little bit more clearer. I will actually change that to this, see if that works. Hopefully it does. Let me get this set up. There we go. So hopefully that's coming through a little bit more clearer now. The link is if you want to come into the actual show itself. It's in the side chat down there. And let's get these lunatics. Let's get these loonies on the go. So first of all, today, first guest on the show is the lunatic that is from Scotland, Mr. Zed Heed. Happening?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right, mate. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for coming in. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm having a bit of a but it seems to be quite well at the minute. So next we got on the show, this lunatic here, just smashing a beer by the looks of things, is Mr. Diesel's Hog Vlog. How you doing, mate? Good to see you.
Very good, very good.
Oh,
Zed Heed, how are you, man?
There he is.
Not bad, my man, not bad.
Zed Heed.
I think your camera's too powerful for your computer, Scouse.
But maybe potentially, mate. I don't know, but we'll see. Eh? We'll see how long this lasts before it goes tits up like it normally does. Let me just turn that slightly that way a little.
Zed, I
reckon the place to
be he's stuttering.
Me? Am I?
Yeah, you're lagging, buddy.
What?
You're lagging.
Right, hang on. Let me just turn this down. Yeah, Julie's just told me it's all out of sync. Let me turn this down slightly. Hold your horses, boys and girls. Let's try this one. Standing in.
Here's Zed. We'll help him out.
Right.
You got a mess going there, Scouse.
Fingers crossed. Oh, is that better?
No.
Really? How's that? No?
No.
Bollocks. Right. If that's the case, then I will do this. I'll just bear with me, boys. Second thing.
So, Zed, how's things in Scotland, lad?
Doing well, mate. Doing well.
We'll talk while he's fucking around up there.
How's that? Is that any better?
No. You're like frame by frame.
Yeah, as it's very bitty.
Yeah. So you had a good night last night, Zed?
Wow. Yeah, brilliant. Didn't nothing too hard. Just a nice few drinks with the family.
Nice. Yeah, he's gone. It's the Zed and Diesel and Jim Diesel show.
I'm on. How you going? Zed, how you going, Diesel?
Oh,
good.
Bad, Jim. How are you, bud?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Just smashed some Jägermeister. I'm gone back to Jack Daniels, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this hair of the dog or what?
No, to be honest, I didn't drink anything last night, to be honest. It was a bit of an anticlimax.
Yeah, we didn't either.
Yeah, it was a bit. I started to watch the fireworks and that in London, but then they started putting up stuff about BLM and that. I was about 2 minutes into it, and I just turned it off.
We were in bed before midnight, and then everybody texted me at 12 and woke me up anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Beggars and Brews is in there. Who else we got? Flipping the Blue Mule. How's it going?
Yeah.
Julie.
Anonymous.
Oh, AB's in. AB Abu.
Let's have a look.
So, how's your weather there, Jim? Can you still ride?
Yeah, it's been fine today. It's been really nice. I haven't got the bike with me though. The bike's tucked away in the garage today, so I can't ride the bike until I'll be back on Monday, so I'll be able to start riding again. But I think we've got a load of rain coming. It's going to get me crap. It's about 0 degrees at the minute, so it ain't too bad.
Oh, we got +5 here today.
Oh, right.
Practically summer.
And Scouse is piled up again.
Yeah, because you had a bit of snow.
Can you hear me now? Is that
we've
any
had snow
better?
here, but you've had a. Yes, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, but he's
Sweet.
you got problems still,
Yeah.
Scouse.
Still.
Okimoto.
Fucking internet.
Alkamoto.
Cheers, pal.
I'm gonna try and change my internet over, boys. I'll be back in 2 minutes because this is fucking doing it.
You need to change it to 2021.
Yeah.
How's you all doing, guys? You all right?
Yeah,
All
how are
right,
you?
yeah.
Wild on twos. Welcome. White Rock. Hey. I think we got everybody, right? No, DeBeard's in here.
Old dogs, yeah.
Look at that. We got a great group of people in here today. Celebrating the
that
first year of the new year. Hopefully it doesn't turn into this. This
Julie
is 28
CQB.
years after the vaccine.
I don't know how it's going in the States, but and I don't know about you, Zed, because you've got a different tier system now, haven't you?
Yes, and it's being altered as we speak.
Is
So
it?
I reckon they're bringing in a higher tier again.
Are they?
It's
Okay,
not looking good at all.
No.
I think there's been about 1,500 new cases or something like that in Scotland in the last wee bit.
Right. I mean, I was lucky to get out the other day, and then we heard on the way back from that little trip that I did out with the missus, and then suddenly we was like tier 4, can't travel. Like,
Yeah.
We've actually been completely virus free at work in the oil field, where we tend to be too mingled together and have to
Mental,
work
innit?
too closely together. And
Yeah.
we just got our first case yesterday, which is our boss, and he's out of town on holidays. So
Yeah.
still good, but yeah. So
Yeah.
and he was like the biggest advocate for distance and masks, and he ended up being the first one to get it. So unfortunately,
something's
there you
not
go.
right.
yep. So good. Got your new drone there, Alkimoto.
It's all BS.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. I'm stuffing myself with these nice biscuits. Okay.
That's okay. We don't have to have manners here.
It's got to be done, isn't it? It's got to be done.
I mean, ever since I had the Phantom 3, I mean, that was brilliant drone, but I always said I'd get another one, and that was too big to take with me on the bike.
Yeah.
So even though we've got these new laws coming out now, and I think that applies, I think even the States have got these new drone laws as well, but Europe, I mean,
We're
UK,
pretty-
all the-
There's a lot of laws here in Canada too. You got to have your because if it's over so many grams, it's commercial. So you got to actually put a sticker on it with the registration number. You got to have your drone pilot's license, and it has to be on.
Money, isn't it?
Actually, Zed, it's only $5 to get your license.
It's
in
a bit,
Canada,
it's not
$5, so no big deal, and registration's free. So it really doesn't cost us anything, but it's a bunch of hoops to jump through. They just want to make sure you don't fly in front of an airport, So
well, that the big thing with the UK.
What one did you get, Alkimoto?
The
Mavic Air 2.
It's lovely. It's nice and compact.
So you're over the 231 grams or whatever it is in it. If you got like a Spark, I used to have a Spark, and that come under the weight limit. So that's just like a private. You can pretty much cut around, do whatever you want, as long as you don't fly near people's houses.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. A lot of people went for the are going for the Mini, the Mavic the Mini one, because obviously
you don't have to
weight.
license that one, do you?
No, you don't. But the thing with me is stabilization, and from going from a Phantom where it was that stable, even taking it above the clouds, you felt comfortable with it and confident with it. And I mean, I know we're limited now for the 400 feet from any highest sort of point. Now it doesn't matter whether you stood on top of a mountain or at the bottom of the mountain; it's still 400 feet. But I mean, I did the CAA regulation thing. I've paid the £9 and got the little ID and everything, and I put that on the drone. Yeah, and I will do the COFD course as well, which that will enable and bring the parameters down between buildings and people. So for £100, you know, it's worth doing just for that exam. And not just for now, but for the future. But obviously, then if you get approached by anyone, at least you can say, basically, fuck off. I'm entitled to do this, you know. So it's worth doing it, I think, just for that.
Well, yeah.
You know, so
and that's one of the things.
Jimbo, you got some problems, buddy?
Yeah. Wind up that Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we're line of sight here. You can use, if you use the VR gear, you have to have a spotter, but otherwise you have to be able to see your drone. And same as you, I think we're 400 feet AGL.
Yeah, I think it's the same with line of sight as well. So I think it's probably like a worldwide thing that they're bringing in. It's probably pretty similar, I think, because you've got the same.
Yeah.
And people are still saying, I mean, I was on the DJI site and someone was saying, what's the furthest you've taken your drone? And you know, it logs every flight, doesn't it? You can go into your phone app and it'll show you and it'll track you exactly where you've been.
Yep.
And one guy, he's flew right across, I can't remember what it was, but imagine like in the UK flying across the Thames or something and, you know, 5 mile out and back and put a picture on the sign. I'm like, well, you know, you've just shot yourself in the foot there, because I know someone on YouTube actually got done. I think it was in the States. I don't know if it was Canadian or somewhere, but flying over somewhere, and because of all the lockdowns and everything, it gave like your what do we call them, drone police or whatever time to look at people's YouTube footage and say, you know, what you're doing is wrong. And this guy come back and said, well, actually, I've got this and I paid for this and I've done this. And this says, well, yeah, but it's on your channel and you're monetized, so you're doing it for profit and gain and all that. He said, well, I'm not. He says, because it's a hobby, you know. And then they have to apply for something else and so forth. So there's a lot of ins and outs that people don't know, you know.
You know, Scouse got busted for his one video, eh?
Did he?
Did he?
Waterton Park. You're not allowed to fly in a national park without permission.
Yeah, that's right.
I saw his video and said, hey, give us a call. So he like, just fuck that. I'm taking it.
Right. Well, yeah, that's it, exactly. I mean, I'm not aware of any of that now happening in the UK. I mean, when I took mine out, I went out with the missus the other day and flew over that cliff edge. And someone says, yeah, I've always wanted to do that. But apparently there's no drone flying signs. Not where I walked down to it. You know, so I mean, I didn't see. Sorry,
I've never seen one here. Yeah.
So the crazy thing is, right where I work, you can have. I can't fly it like I used to have a Spark. I couldn't fly it because if you got like the app and that in it, if you're in a no-fly zone with the app and that, the aircraft won't even take off because you're in the red. It'll go, no, you're not having it. Yet, if I've got a radio control aeroplane, I can go on exactly the same area and fly my radio control aeroplane and fly it around as high as I want and do whatever I want. Yet a drone, there's such a stigmatism. It's annoying, it is, because there's such a stigmatism with it now. Because of what happened with Gatwick Airport and that, it's just utter BS. It really is.
Yeah, but is it possibly because of what the military are doing with them?
Well, they're saying purely to clear the airspace.
They know their capabilities.
Yeah, but they're saying if they clear the airspaces, put these rules in to stop the general public flying them in a built-up areas, because the likes of Amazon might want that airspace to do all this commercial drone flying. So you keep the general public, and it's keeping the airspace clear for people like that. You know, that's the argument that I've heard. But you can see it happening. But that thing about Gatwick with the drone flying into the airspace, there was never any proof of a drone flying into
there wasn't.
No proof. There was no flight records and nothing found.
No. So I don't know if it's the same as in the UK for you guys. So like if I have a no-fly zone, like there's like the red that's right in line with the main landing strips, and then it spans out to yellow, which is still won't let you fly there, but on your Mavic, so I've got a Mavic Air, and on my software I can ask for permission, and in about 30 seconds it'll give me permission, and it'll say it'll let my drone fly, say 200 feet high instead of 400, and so that you can fly in restricted zones. So I tried.
Mine wouldn't do that.
Yeah, well, if you saw on my first launch one where I did up on that weren't low when I took the bike up, when I first put it in the air, it came up with a Class D airspace warning, and I think on the vlog I actually said, "Oh, hang on, I've got an airspace thing," and I was just sort of reading what it said. And basically, because of the Manchester Airport flight path, when I looked at the map, it showed like a greyed out area, but where I was standing. From about sort of, I don't know, it was a good half a mile before that, I was safe to fly. So once it reconfigured the home where the home point where I was standing, it suddenly went clear and then allowed me to fly. And until that minute, it was flashing up airspace warning.
Yeah.
So when I checked the map, it did actually show the grey area and show I was actually out of it, but not by a lot. But it still allowed me to do the 400 feet then because I was slightly out of the area. So yeah, I mean, they're pretty good in telling you where you can and can't go. So
yeah,
you know, if you do fly into a zone that's already flagged up, or if it lets you take off, if that's the case, then you know it's down to the user, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you know, it's a good thing because it should stop half the idiots making it harder for us to fly.
Yeah, mongs.
Jim, are you going to get a drone?
I might get another one again. Like I said, I had the Spark because that comes under the weight limit. That was a pretty good little drone. That was for what I did. I've done a few videos where I've flew around with a drone and that. But
I can just imagine that flying behind you on the way to work in the morning.
Finally trying
to do that. Yeah, but. I don't know. I might do, but it's like you said, Alcomotor and everybody and yourself. It's just like the laws are just getting ridiculous, and it's not just that. It's people then also, you know, if you do, I've had it once where I put it up and I had people coming up to me, you know what I mean, going, and it's just like, fucking, I'm allowed to fly it here. Do you mind? You know what I mean? Yeah. And technically, they shouldn't. If you are flying it on your own, they should leave you alone. If anyone does come up to you while you're flying the drone, you should just turn around because that's part of the drone code law. You know what I mean? If you haven't got a spotter, you should they shouldn't even come up to you. You should just like, oh well, I'm fucking flying the drone. You know what I mean? Just have a t-shirt on saying knob off or something. But yeah, I would like to get another one because they're really cool. You know, like,
I think it all depends because a lot of people are saying now. I mean, it's not so bad for me because half the places I go are out in the country. You know, all my vlogs are usually out in Derbyshire or Scotland or somewhere like that. Anyway, well, I'm hoping to get back and do it in Scotland. So. The thing is though, they're saying you've got to keep so far away from any uninvolved people. Now, say I was in Glencoe and I was flying over that beautiful mountains, and there's someone there climbing up the mountain, you know what I mean, with his ropes and his pickaxe and everything else. And I'm getting a shot across it, and suddenly, like, this guy takes a snapshot of me and goes, "Oh, you were within 80 meters or 50 meters of me, so I'm going to report you." You know, no, I'm sorry, I'm just saying you entered my fly zone. There was no one there before you. So it's a give and take, isn't it? I mean, I think that the majority is don't fly over a crowd of people. That's it.
You're not allowed to do that anyway. Yeah, on the drone code, you're not allowed to do that anyway. You can't fly over crowds of people and that. And I think the other thing is that people think that you might not necessarily be filming 24/7, but that's the other thing. So if you're on a beach or whatever and you're filming, I've seen it with people with like the Mavic Pros and that, and people get the ump with them because they're flying around. It's just like, well, they're not necessarily filming you 24/7. Yeah, you could, like I said, I could go out with a radio control helicopter or an aeroplane, and no one would bat an eyelid. I could fly that around as much as I want. I've got to abide by no laws to fly a radio control helicopter or an aeroplane. Yet the drone, it's a nightmare. Yeah, so that kind of like put me off. That's why I got rid of the Spark. I sold it, and then. But I would like to have another one. Yeah, they are fun. Inspire my neighbours.
I want one of these new ones that have like 8 blades and a flamethrower. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I like that. That'd be cool.
In China.
That's all.
It's in China. They're getting rid of the wasp mess.
Yeah,
I've been watching airsoft videos, and they're using a drone with a Glock attached to it to attack at that height. Quite interesting.
fully automatic paintball gun. That'd be the tip.
Yeah, that water bombs, isn't it? Attach some water bombs underneath it.
Yeah.
Well, you can actually buy an attachment, can't you, with a dropper?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not allowed. Yeah.
It goes over the LED lights underneath, so apparently then you activate the light and then that opens the trap.
Oh, is that right? I know you're not allowed to, so. Rev bomb. Oh, it's salty.
How's that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, back in the house.
Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. That was an absolute nightmare. I've literally had to switch over. What the hell is that? I've literally have to switch over to my laptop. The computer clearly died, so it's going to go launched in the bin directly after this. So hopefully you guys can hear me. If you can't hear me, give me a thumbs up.
We hear you.
Yeah, happy days, man. Jesus Christ, that was a nightmare. Anyway, 22 minutes and 23 seconds into the show, and I'm finally on my own show. Brilliant.
Welcome to our show, Scouse.
Yeah, thanks very much.
And in the time you disappeared,
I obviously appreciate you. I need to put
Tell us a
headphones
wee
in.
bit about your channel.
I need to put some headphones in because I can't hear what's going on. So just let me put some headphones in and then. Holy mother of God! I hate this computer.
Well, to be fair, Griff said you should have chucked that one out 2 years ago.
There we go. Right, are we in? I think. Hello.
so
Yeah.
salty and sprinkles. Which one's salty and which one's sprinkles?
He's got his mic muted.
Because we need to know about the channel change.
Yeah.
Right, let's start this all over again. All right, Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks for coming on the show.
New Year.
Happy New Year, man.
Thank you very much. And as you can see, one of my New Year's resolutions is to drink coffee or tea, not beer. So hopefully that's
Coffee.
Yeah, that ain't working.
Let's see how long that lasts.
That'll last you about an hour, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a wager going.
Well, yeah.
Place your bets.
Yeah, place your bets. Well, anyway, guys, thanks very much for coming along to the show. I appreciate every single one of you turning up. And thanks for putting up with my shit for the past 23 minutes, trying to sort my life out. The funny thing is, I set this up literally half an hour before the actual show started. And everything was working fine. And then as soon as I hit go, that was when it went tits up. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, that's usually my problem.
But yeah, so first off, obviously, welcome to everybody on the show. Zed, welcome, mate. Diesel. Welcome to you, pal. Road Rash, thanks for coming in, mate. You are alive. Happy days. Jim Diesel, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Alcaloto, nice to see you, mate. Hope you had your old man's half hour, pal. Good man. Rev Bomb, how you doing, buddy? And obviously, salty and sprinkles salty down the bottom there. So first off, let's talk about you. Obviously, you changed your channel name, mate, Salty. So tell us why, mate. Tell us why you changed the channel name over, and how it's going so far.
Oh, hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, because we're out in the middle of nowhere, and we're out riding. Hey, what's up to?
Hey guys.
We saw the time. I was like, man, I think we'll start at 3, so we stopped here.
Okay.
I got a non-tourist banquet.
Nice.
Yeah, it's 2021. I had a couple people comment on.
Who's got? Sorry, can I just stop you there, Salty? Someone's got YouTube open because we can hear it in the background, or someone's got something going in the background. I think
You can hear music.
Is that you?
Can you hear now?
Yeah, that's better, mate. We can hear you now.
Yeah, so I was right by a speaker. But yeah, we changed it to Salty and Sprinkles, a little bit more personal. It's our road names that we earned in the club. So we figured we'll change it to that, so there's no confusion in the future of other channels. And I think it's more personal. It's better for the channel for sure.
Good.
But we're still two Indians riders in Texas, but
yeah,
we'll have our names in there.
I know you were getting a little bit of shit off certain people on YouTube for saying, like they had the monopoly on the two Indians thing, which is absolute shite.
Yep, it happens, but I'll just be an adult and change it and move on.
Yeah, that's fair, mate. That's fair.
Still have the same channels and same videos. We drink and eat and everything. Good. I'm going to try. I'm just going to test something, mate. Just 2 seconds. Let me just test this. I'm just going to. No, it's not Salty. So someone's got something on in the background, guys, that's causing issues.
Yep, I hear it.
Yeah, I hear it too.
So, but hey, I'm actually going to go because we got to get back on the bikes. We're about an hour and a half away from home.
No worries, pal. Well, listen, thanks very much for coming in. Hope you enjoy the ride.
Yeah, it's a balmy 54 degrees here in Texas. So.
Oh, hey, man, that's a warm summer's day for us.
It's horrible. It's like summer. It's summer for some of you guys over there.
Yeah, Jesus. So. All right, mate. Well, listen, thanks for popping in, mate, and enjoy your ride back home and what have you. And we'll see you on the next one.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one.
All right, pal. Take it easy. Bye, mate.
Yeah.
Right. So, who is it that's causing all the feedback? Let's have a look.
It's Rev Bomb.
Blame me. Go on, blame me.
I'm just going to mute you. I'm just going to mute you one by one, lads, just so we can figure this out.
Just check you've not got
I don't hear it anymore now that Salty's gone.
No, it's not him.
Not me.
Not him.
Not me.
What the hell?
Not me.
I don't even hear it anymore.
It is. It's Rev Bomb.
Oh, Red Bull.
There you go.
I heard it as soon as he came in.
Yeah, there it is.
Showing
Jesus
off,
Christ.
isn't he?
This is mental. I can hardly see you guys on this bloody short, small screen. This is mental.
Was it like a 10-inch?
Yeah, basically. I think it's like a 12-inch screen. Let's see if this works. That sounds so much better.
How's that?
That's way better. Thanks very much.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's probably because she's got the telly on in the bedroom. That's what it is.
I think that's what it was, mate. That's what it was. Jesus.
She's watching a rerun of Corrie.
Wow. Well, anyway, like I said, Happy New Year, everybody. And there is some slots available if anybody wants to come in to the show. I'll just put the link in the side chat there. So welcome everybody to the channel and to the live stream. So, how was everybody's New Year? Who went mental? Who didn't? Who stayed in? Who got drunk? Who didn't?
Oh, we can do anything here in BC. They shut all the beer stores down at 8 p.m. So.
What?
Yeah, our doctor, Bonnie Henry there, she's like, yeah, shut everything down by 8 p.m. New Year's Eve. Restaurants, you name it. Yeah, restaurants, bars, liquor stores, all shut down by 8 p.m.
Yeah, well, it didn't really bother you, though, did it? Because you probably had a beer stuffed with every European
Oh, I had my
beer
beer.
available.
Oh, don't worry. I was up and out, and I was fully stocked.
Yeah, fridge stocked with every beer from every continent.
Yeah, that's what I say. Jesus. So nobody went out and went mental. Well, you can't go really.
No.
Until you have
quiet one.
cheap road rush, you haven't lived.
Well, I know. Well, I'll have one of those. You know what? Supposedly you can send those to us in Canada, but you have to pay the duty on it if you're shipping it into Canada. But you have to send it as a gift.
I even looked up for you to see whether there was anyone doing it over there, and there isn't. So you're gonna have to put a special crate at some point.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. One day I'll come over there, and if I come over there, I ain't coming home. I know as much as Scouse says, you don't want to go there, but trust me, I want to go there.
No, exactly.
Bunny King
Pingu. Who's Simple? Anyone know Simple Pingu? There we
I
go.
do.
Roger, he's about to come in. Simple Pingu, how's it going?
Oh.
Hello, fellas. You all right?
How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming on. I guess this is Happy New Year to you, mate, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. Obviously, your first time on the show. So tell us a little bit about yourself, pal, if you've got a YouTube channel and what have you.
Yeah, Simple Pingu, the same name. I haven't uploaded anything bike-related in a few years because I thought it'd be a brilliant idea to have a kid, and I've not regretted it since. But no, I've been doing my own thing. I'm currently sat next to me, Mick Capri at the minute. Oof. So, yeah, that's basically it. If it's got a motor or a tip, I like it. So
nice, mate. Nice.
Basically, yeah. But no, I've known Zed for quite a number of years now, and yeah, went up to Scottish land to go and see him. Well, we was up there on holiday and ended up going to see him over in his neck of the woods. And we had some good scran, and that was it.
Outstanding, man. All right, so you guys know each other. That's really cool. Thanks for coming on, man.
That's it. No, thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
It's nice to have a good guy come in, but you clearly didn't learn your lesson the first time.
Yeah, for sure. Jesus. Just so I'm not ignoring people in the side chat, guys, just want to say a quick hello to everybody in the side chat. If I do miss someone out, I apologize now. Flip, how you doing, mate? Flip and the View Mule. We've got Baggers and Brews. What's happening, guys? The Beard, how you doing, buddy? Oh, Jesus, you got my missus. Hi, wife. Anonymous Biker USA, how you doing, buddy? Wild on Twos, how you doing, pal? White Rock Rider, hey mate, how you doing? Chuck Hansen, howdy doody from South Dakota, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming. Road Rash, obviously you're here, you're in. Who else we got? Oh, there's me saying piece of shit, as you can see right there, piece of shit. Who else we got? White Rock Rider, Big Bit, how you doing, buddy? Who else?
Mrs. Peaches.
Peaches. Jesus, how are you doing, Peaches? Simple Pingu, obviously you're on one here. How you doing, buddy? Hey.
My first time. Go steady, boys.
Who else we got? Bodine 52. Happy New Year, mate. Thanks for coming in. Who else we missed? Anybody? I just seen actually. Yam Biker. How you doing, buddy? Have I missed anyone? Larry Blevins, how you doing, pal?
A bit of Wonder Wheels.
That was Larry that was on last time, I think. Bunny King's Hogs, how you doing? Thanks for coming in.
There's Toby Northern. How you doing, buddy? And I think I'm up to date. If I have missed anybody, I do apologize. So yeah, you missed the first 24 minutes of just absolute carnage. Me wrecking the place and just doing all sorts of crazy shit. I throwing my computer out the window. But anyway,
God's Ed was here, so we had someone to laugh at.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. You know. Anyway, as we're 32 minutes in, I forgot to do it. What we're drinking, boys? I am drinking coffee today because it's
I'm on coffee right now.
I'm gonna have to WhatsApp my missus, get her to bring me some drinks to the garage because all I've got is Wonder Wheat, and I don't think that tastes very nice.
What's Zed Bevy?
Highland Park. Does that come with a free set of bagpipes?
Oh yeah.
Hey, don't talk about his doorbell like that.
Hey, maybe Zed does play the bagpipes.
Maybe
no, just full of wind.
No. Do you wear a kilt?
Oh god. There you go. Look, see, Brad. Thanks for the Christmas cookie, she said.
You're very welcome. I'll put on 7 pounds. Yes, Scouse. Hope you enjoyed them as well.
I did, mate. Yeah, they were very nice. I hope you enjoyed your mushy peas, and I seen you shopping for more mushy peas yesterday.
No, I was not. I was Cole's mustard.
Why didn't you get the mushy peas while you were there?
For what? Just to wing at you as you go by, or what?
For everything. You got to have mushy peas with everything. That's how it works.
No.
That's how it works.
I think we established that very few of your countrymen eat mushy peas on their proper fish and chips either.
Okay.
See?
Oh,
there you go.
We're back to the mushy pea debate.
Back to mushy pea debate. Toby says, it's what, 21:30 in Scotland and UK? Yes, mate, it is. It's 9:30 in the UK and Scotland.
But I could gross you right out because mushy peas on fish and chips, yes. But my favourite breakfast is either coleslaw on toast or mayonnaise on toast.
What?
Did you just say coleslaw on toast?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
I'm sorry, but mayonnaise is just edible French vomit.
We're gonna have mayonnaise on toast tonight too, but it's gonna be onion buns, and there will also be coleslaw in there and pulled pork.
Oh yeah,
pulled pork. You can't go wrong with pulled pork, man.
Yeah.
Pork scratchings, Anonymous says. Yeah,
I tried some cheese last night. This one, whiskey and ginger cheese.
What?
I mean, whiskey and ginger cheese
On toast?
But you know, it was actually okay.
Oh, look at this! Hang on.
The weird thing is,
I've got to
you
show
know,
the
when you
world.
have just quickly, you know, when you have a bit of bread and
Look.
it's stale, it's got a bit of green on it, and
It
you
brings
bite
alcohol.
it by mistake.
Bit of penicillin.
Yeah, penicillin. The thing with that, the whiskey is out in the
Hang on. Go on,
but then you get the penicillin flavour after. It's not, you know.
It's like blue cheese. I don't eat that shit.
Was it all right?
Until you got the penicillin murky flavour.
Oh dear.
That makes me gag.
We lost Jim.
Do not like moldy cheese.
Jesus. Well, anyway, I got a nice parcel I've been waiting for the past month this morning. So I thought I'd open it with you guys.
Yeah, I did.
Ellie.
Was that from Nan Summers?
Yeah, and some. I don't know if you can see that, but I ordered a new set of gloves. Hang on. Bingo, I'm just going to mute you, mate, while you're causing all that carnage noise in the background. So I ordered a new set of gloves from these guys called. No, you're all good, mate. From Fast Mask. So
I thought that was a face mask for a minute.
Face mask. Well, it's funny you say that because they sent me a face mask, and these are riding gloves. So I don't know if you can see. They're called. These are the Guns N' Roses version. And I think they're pretty cool. Actually, I don't know if you can see that.
Oh,
but
Groovy.
They're pretty cool, man. They've got obviously the knuckle protection on the knuckle protection on the top there, and if you can see on the inside, they've got some plastic bits here on both sides there, and obviously it's leather on the inside as well. So, and the thing I like about these is when you put them on, there's this little lip here that helps you pull them on, if you know what I mean. So you get a snug fit, and then obviously you've got the strap there, as you can see, and they like to live fast, as it were.
Those definitely look like a spring glove.
Yeah,
they look like they'd be really hot in the summer, though.
Yeah, potentially. Well, like I say, I haven't tried them yet, but they sent me actually a freebie. Where is it?
They sent me a freebie, which is a Guns N' Roses face mask thing as well. So not only did I get a gloves, they give me a what do you call it, a snood or a face jobby.
Oh, the balaclava.
Neck roll.
Neck roll thing. So yeah, I haven't opened that yet. So check it out. That is pretty smart, man. I like that. There you go. Look at
What's this in the side shots, Scouse? Old man Tony. I always eat my mushy peas with a pie, as well as fish and chips.
Old man Tony.
Mushy peas on pie.
Mushy peas on a pie. Yeah, there's not much. So you can I don't know, UK, the guys in the UK will tell you, you go to Chippy, you can buy mushy peas from the Chippy, and if you get a pie and chips, you get that mushy peas on top as well. So
you're not talking like a dessert pie.
No, hell no, an actual pie, like a steak and kidney pie, chicken pie.
Well, here the real pie is apple, chicken pie, berry pie. I'm
like, Savoury mince here. And then got Glasgow salt and vinegar, Edinburgh salt and sauce.
Right. Salt and vinegar, yeah.
Oh, regional.
Jim Diesel, thanks very much, mate. You don't have to do that.
He paid you to leave. As soon as mushy peas came up, it was $5 on
I'm sure Jim will be back in a minute. I have thrown the link in the side there, but mushy peas, man, become the old debate, the years-old debate.
White pudding, mushy peas, and gravy.
Round peas.
What was that milkshake you had when we went out for that meal? Was that butternut squash?
No, butterscotch.
Disgusting. Although it tastes quite nice, actually. But...
Yeah, welcome back, Jim.
Welcome back. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm having some technical.
Who doesn't like butterscotch?
Thanks very much for that one, Fiver. Thanks very much.
Get yourself a shitty Timmy Hortons, I thought, on your way into work.
That's it. I could probably get 5 of those for that, mate. Thanks very much. Jesus Christ. So yeah, what are we talking about? We're talking about milkshakes and shit now, aren't we?
From the Chippy.
Wow. Right. So anyway, like I was saying, the fast mask thing. I mean, that's a pretty cool freaky that, like, isn't it? Yeah.
They just send that to you, or did you contact them, or they contact you? How'd that work?
So I spotted them. It was like a sort of Facebook advert, and I had a look at them and what have you. I think the gloves are on sale for $25. Absolute bargain. Yeah. Absolute bargain. It's nice of them to send a freebie snooty thing through as well. So, yeah, go check them out. Pretty good. Who have we lost now?
I just bought a new camera.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What did you buy?
I was debating over the 7, 8, or the 9, and I ended up choosing one. So,
you chose the 9, didn't you?
Get?
No. I got the 7.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I've got, mate. That's a great camera.
Yep, that's every review that I've looked at points in that direction. It's a 7 Black I went for.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
I didn't see there been such a big progression from the 7 up to the 8, and I think the 9 needs to have a lot of things ironed out of it before I even go near it.
Yeah,
like they're going to have overheating issues with that front screen. I've got the DJI Osmo Action, so I've experienced the front screen, and unless they get it right, it can cause battery issues and stuff like that. So
really,
I stayed away from that.
But to be fair though, mate, GoPro aren't very good with the batteries anyway. As you know,
shit.
Yeah, at least they work though. I've never had overheating issues with mine.
Have you got a 9?
Yeah, because I've got the 5, and I don't know, the 5 is really stable. I've never really had any issues where I hear a lot of people having issues with other ones, but for me, like the Hero 5, that thing's stable, as stable as it gets. I've never had
5
issues
and 7 are both good. Yeah, Scouse, you see, they got the 8s on sale for $3.99 with a whole kit of stuff at Costco here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I can't. I'm not allowed.
See, I've only ever had Drift, and I've always sworn by using my Drift Ghost. I don't like the new one, but my old Ghost S, I've had it on my helmet now for 4 years. Changed it, but I've got 4 different batteries for it. But the things that I do like to use, and they're as cheap as chips, are these little things up here.
Hang on. Let me put you on the big screen.
There we go. And it's these. Now these are 12. I think they're about £12 on eBay. And it's very, very easy. Just to arm them all up, press the button on the front. They last for about an hour, and the screen on it is absolutely brilliant. You've got a nice GoPro screen on the back. So for £10, bolt it on your fairing or bolt it on your rear pegs facing backwards, and battery lasts an hour. Job done.
That's all right, you know. Jesus.
I tried one of those. It doesn't like the shake of a Harley at all.
See you, Bert. See you, Bert. Take it easy, mate. Happy New Year. All the best.
As a matter of fact, here it is right here. Is this not pretty much the same thing?
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah, exactly the same thing. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, you throw that on a shaking Harley, all you get is this for a picture. It's terrible. I thought, if it smashes, who cares? Because it was cheap, right? I think it was
exactly.
I got that off Wish, and I think it was $8 on Wish, and you got a whole kit full of mounts with it too. But the mounts are cool, but the camera didn't do too well.
Yeah, one thing I will say though is I agree with Road Rash over. My 5 has been the most stable camera out of everything I've had. The 4 will never die, and sometimes I'll use that for clipping on near the ground shots because I'm not bothered if it falls off. The 8, the only issues I had was the water ingress from the last Scotland trip. It was pissing down that much. There's nothing I could do about that. But since it's dried out, it's been amazing.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it happens every time I go north. Every time I go to the headland, it always pisses down.
That's because El Komodo, your door's off on the side, right?
Yeah, but you have to take the door off to put that.
So I learned something from Anonymous Biker, and I have it right here. And all that is these silicone they're a silicone earplug, and all you do is they're these moldable things, right? So you just take this stuff out, and it's just a little blob of silicone, and you pack that around the door, not into it, but just around the outside, and the problem solved. And I think
use blue tack.
I think it's like about $3 for the whole pack of these things. They're just a silicone swimmer's earplug.
There's a couple of people that did I can't remember who it was now, someone else did a similar thing with the silicone, but I did actually do a vlog on what I did to stop that ingress, and it's been okay ever since. And it was a simple thing. It was just using some heat shrink over the mic plug itself. And that's been great ever since. And I don't really, you see, at the time I'd used it through rain, but obviously not the rain going into Scotland. That's completely different rain. I mean, that was just it was ridiculous. You know, there's nothing to do about that. And I didn't know what was happening. And it's annoying as a motovlogger when you don't actually know how it's going to turn out, but you lose good footage, and then you want to prevent that. And it's something I think that GoPro, as they release new things, they should take this into account, that you can't rely on, people like us. We need that external mic, and they should. It's probably for them something easy to come up with something than us trying to make do with something.
I think a solution that a lot of people use. I know Daniel, they use dictator machines that they'll have, and then they'll use 3, 2, 1 or whatever to sync up their audio.
And then you just sync it up at the end.
Whether people want to do that or just want to.
That's too much hard work for me, that, man. I'd rather just do it.
Well, see, to be quite honest, and as Alkamoto was saying as well, the Hero 4, I've got the Hero 4, I've got the DJI, and now I'll have the Hero 7. I'll use my Hero 4 for my audio with my Sena media pack that I've got for it.
Aye.
It's easy to. A lot of people still keep the 4s as the main helmet cam and use.
That's what I use.
I mean, yeah, and for the very good reason that it's easy without the bloody brick. But sometimes if you're doing 3 cameras and you're trying to edit, because you've got them 3 stages to edit in with 3 cameras. What we said about a separate audio source, if you could have that in your pocket and just record everything, then you could just mute all the audio from them 3 cameras and just concentrate on the actual, video footage. So in that respect, that'd be a hell of a lot easier than trying to merge and mute and merge and mute and merge and mute. And it's something I've looked into.
The Premier 365.
Right, go on.
In the Premier 365, I put the 3 cameras into the editing, the multi-camera editing, and you basically can automatically align all the audio.
Yes, but what you find is if you've got one off, say your helmet mic, which is going through your internal mic, your audio is completely different I have to mute, say, if I'm using that on the handlebar mount looking back at me, I mute all that, and then I just sections. So
it's just it's for I'll use one of my cameras for ambient bike noise, because with my helmet I've got a wind jammer on my helmet, to cut, so it's basically getting just my audio from my voice and nothing else. So I use a separate camera to pick up the bike noise.
To be honest, when I've watched back on your videos and quite a few other people, I seem to have it just right, where you get just about the right amount of bike noise in mine. You can hear, the Harley engine, you can hear that, but you can hear my vocal quite clear. And I do find, even like listening to yours, it is muted, that you can hear you pretty well, but you have to, it doesn't seem like it's the same source, but it works quite well. I think maybe I've just got the balance quite right, whereas it picks the bike up quite well. Because if I flip my lid up, sometimes when I'm misting up or whatever, you can suddenly, hear the outside a lot more, but it seems to pick up quite well. And even before I mute, say, the second camera looking back from the bars itself, I can put the editing right together, because it picks up the other camera, from my other camera talking into that, and you can hear the second camera sort of just minutely. So it's easy, then I can just go like that, put them together, and then mute that completely out, and I know I'm completely synced in. But everyone's got their own ways of doing it, you know what I mean? It gets harder, I suppose, when you've got 4 cameras on.
Yeah, exactly.
Just quickly, want to say hello to 4 cameras.
quickly, boys, we'll say hello to Carl down the bottom there. Carl, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming in.
Hello, folks. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me?
Can hear you, mate. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit of crackling. I'm getting a bit of crackling. These things I put all the earpads in. Can you just say what you said before? I had 4 GoPro 7 Blacks this last year. I had 4 in a year. I lost one, broke one, had to send one back, and the 4th one finally did us. So there you go.
It's surprising, though, Carl, that the amount of people that have had problems and then the amount of people that haven't. I think you're just one of the unlucky ones that might have to go through a batch before you get one that actually works for you.
Yeah, well,
the ones that are made on Monday and Friday.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah, I made the mistake. The first one, I lost it because I didn't tie it to the helmet. It dropped off while I was out. The second one, I did some filming in the garage and left it on garage floor. Took the bike out of the garage and put the car in and over. So that was that one gone. So the third one, they sent us. I bought another one. The third one came, and that kept the screen kept misting up. The lens kept misting up on it. So it was permanently like, when you get a flight splatter. It looked permanently like there was something splattered on the lens. So I sent that one back, and this one, so far, touch wood, is it's not giving us any hassle at all. So yeah.
Couldn't you on the 7s? Can't you remove the lens cap?
You can, but it was a seal. It was the seal on the camera.
Oh yeah, right.
Hang on, Toby's got a question for us all. As you can see down there, who on the screen stayed up well past their local midnight to continue ringing in 2021, and when did they go to bed? Right, go on, Zed, you're first.
I rang the bell quite thoroughly, to be quite honest. The wife went upstairs with the kids and whatever, so I stayed down and had a few wee nippy sweeties.
Nice, as you do, mate, as you do. Diesel?
We stayed up well past midnight if you were on Australian time. So probably about 10:30 here.
Yeah, nice.
haven't stayed up for New Year's in a long time.
It's just another fucking night.
Day.
Yeah, exactly. Red Bomb, what about you, pal?
Well, we actually had quite an interesting evening because normally we're a big family at Christmas. We normally end up going to mum-in-law's for Christmas dinner. And obviously, we couldn't do that this year with Tier 4 lockdown. So we had Christmas dinner with her brother and her mum and dad, all via Zoom. So we're all sat there, Zoom meeting going on the laptop, all sitting having dinner. And we ended up doing that again last night. So we had a bit of a drinking game last night up to midnight. questions. We were doing pub quest questions via Zoom to each other, and if you got it wrong, you had to spin the roulette well, have a drink, and then Mrs. realised that I'd put Bell's whiskey in half a dozen of the shot glasses, and she don't like whiskey. But I think 2 a.m. we got to bed last night, and I was up again, I think about 7:30 this morning. But I've got to have an early one tonight because I'm back in at the garage at 7 in the morning riding.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Road Rash, what about you?
Well, I didn't really do a whole lot last night. I just drank with my buddies last night and had a few real strong beers. Like one of them was 11.9%, and that's the one I'm feeling right now. No, I stayed up later than I wanted to because I'm trying to transition back to day shift here, and I was hoping to be in bed by 2-3 o'clock. And no, I seen 6:37 a.m. this morning. So before I went to bed, but I was up by noon, so it's all good.
Good man. Akamoto?
I had the most laziest day ever.
Did you?
And then when it got into the evening, now here in the UK, and everyone who's UK based on the screen and people watching right now will know that New Year for us is all about Jules Holland. No. So
I hate that program.
What else is there to watch apart from Graham Norton?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So I mean, obviously because of lockdowns and everything else, we were put into sort of tier 4. You couldn't have any go around anyway, so it was just me and the missus. The cheese bug with the whiskey cheese, bit of whiskey and a couple of decent beers, and then watched some sort of, I can't remember what it was now, some film, and probably about, I don't know, 1:45 in the morning. So it wasn't that late really.
Nice.
And then fireworks went off, and that was it. You know, another lazy day today.
Well, do you know what? It's funny you say that because me and the missus were like, I think it was about 11:30. We were like, just let's go to bed. And normally for us, it's, you know, it's not. You guys know it. You know, back in the UK when you're young and whatever, it's almost like you need to go out on the piss all the time. And last few years, we just had a quiet one, stayed in. And if it wasn't for the lad, my 12-year-old boy saying, no, I want to stay up and do the whole Happy New Year thing, we would have been in bed asleep by 12 o'clock. Shit was. Without a doubt.
The whole thing was knocked on its head this year. So, I mean, if anyone stayed up partying through to the early hours, 50 bottles on the floor empty, then hats off to you, because no one really was up for it, I don't think.
Yeah,
unless you prove me wrong.
New Year's for the young'uns now, innit? They just want to go out, get drunk, and then, suffer for 5 days later.
When the bit starts turning grey.
Yeah, exactly. So, Pingu, what about you, pal? If you can hear me, Pingu.
Hey, well,
he was in the garage.
The dry one. I don't know if do you want to come back to me?
Yeah, all right, mate. I'll come back to you. Jim.
That's better. The engine out in the Capri.
All right, Jim Diesel.
We were in tier 4. We were under house arrest like everyone else. So I stayed up till 12, and then they put the fireworks up. I said this earlier, and they started banging on about the BLM and that, and I was like, well, I'm out.
I'm out.
I turned it off. Yeah, it was me zoned out at that point.
Carl, what about you?
Yeah, basically same. We were watching Jules Holland, just saw it in. Had family game night with the kids. My 10-year-old smashed us at every game we played, and that was about it. There is a lot of complaints into the BBC that have gone in today in this country. A lot of complaints in the BBC because they what you were saying before, they politicalised it, didn't they? They politicalised it, their display. So they had the fists and going off and drones flying past in the shape of it all and all this like that. Supposedly, anyway. So this is just what I've read today. Because we're like I say, same as you. We watched Jules Holland's, and that's all there was really. Yeah. But I think I was in bed about 12:30.
Well, let's hope they take on the complaints because they don't politicise New Year's Eve. That's not what it's for, And,
they don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
It was right.
They don't.
That's
they don't take it on though. And BBC. Anybody out there? I think we should all join up to defund the BBC.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm politicalising this tonight. Forget about it.
Let's not do that.
Ban the BBC.
No politics on here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Pretty much soon, there won't be a BBC or an ITV. There won't be any national TV because everyone will just be watching YouTube. So just keep doing some good content, guys. And we'll
absolutely.
I don't agree with the whole paying a TV license crap in the UK. I really don't. I never did it.
That.
I never paid it, so they can go bite me. Well, anyway, it's good to see you. Go on, mate.
There's a really big movement over here now, and they are quite worried about it because they are shouting for it to be defunded. So they're trying to make it a subscription service, the BBC. And they're absolutely crapping themselves about it because there's a lot. It's getting more and more people are getting involved in it. So yeah. Anyway,
that's what it should be.
I think you'll all agree with me this, but I think it's absolute bollocks that you're actually made to pay a TV license to watch 2 channels, and they don't. It's bollocks. It's absolute bollocks.
I think we should get Dustin Degenhardt up here. He had himself a pretty bad crash this year, 2020. He's in the hospital for a long time.
Yeah,
tell us what happened, Dustin.
Dustin, this guy. So Dustin, obviously, like Diesel saying here, he had a bit of a very bad crash on the bike, and he was in hospital for a fucking very long time. Yeah, so good to see him. Good to see him back on the live streams.
Yeah, that's it.
I just want to bring this one up as well. Toby, Brexit, mate, we don't talk about that shit. It's done and dusted, but we are our own country once again.
Toby Norman.
We don't
That's
talk
why the
about
fireworks
Brexit.
started at 11.
We now have control of our borders. We now have control of our own laws, and that's that, mate. Fuck the EU as far as I'm concerned.
And it all went really well today. Everything.
Did it? Good. There's a surprise.
Like the millennium. The millennium.
Millennium.
I can never say that.
That's easy for you to say.
Planes were going to be falling out of the sky, and everything was going to go tits up, and all this, and same as what they were saying about today, about Brexit today, and no complaints from anywhere. Everything went great. So
let's be honest, it was all scaremongering and all. Everything's going to stop. Ports are going to shut down. Blah blah blah. Let's be realistic. We were never in the. We were always, part of the. We were never always part of the EU. So beforehand, we were our own country. We had our own laws, and we did all this stuff for years and years and years. So just because we've now pulled out of the EU, it ain't going to fall apart.
No,
ain't going to fall apart.
And the best thing we ever did was to not join the Euro.
For missing Friday on Christmas.
Say again.
All I want to know is how Jim Diesel plans on making it up to us for not doing Finally Friday.
Finally Friday, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some special videos just for you, Diesel. Just for you. I'm pointing at you. You up there. Where are you on the camera? Up there.
He's got the porn star moustache to go with it now. So.
Oh no, yeah, growing a beard. Right.
Just going down to the comments.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Toby Northern's just put a good question in there. So, Spring, let's highlight that one.
We'll get to that because it's sitting into the Q&A session with Toby Northern.
Yeah, get Toby Northern on.
Silence his mic.
Toby, we'll get to that in a sec, mate. We'll just obviously. Oh Jesus!
Take us away from politics.
That's true. Yeah, we don't want to talk about Toby.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. However, let me get this man in so we can talk about his crash.
Ooh.
Dustin.
Howdy.
How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you out of the hospital bed, mate. You're able to walk and stuff, mate. So welcome to the live stream once again, mate. Tell us what happened, man. Tell us about the crashes.
So I was headed to a pre-employment drug test, and a guy turns left in front of me. There's maybe 15, 20 feet between us. I had no time to do anything but slam into him.
Ooh.
And actually, before I get further into it, I'm going to grab my helmet here so you guys can see it.
I'm not allowed to grab my helmet anymore. Mrs. says it's bad.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I had something like that. They said, you got to go outside and ring your bell at 5 o'clock or something. But the neighbours looked to be quite funny when I got
get locked up for that nowadays. Go on, mate. Let's see this.
This is what my helmet looks like now.
Cool.
You took it right in the face.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
He's selling it.
Yeah.
You're wearing it.
Wow, mate.
Yeah.
So what about the bike?
We'll go back to wearing a half helmet ever again.
I take it that the bike was a complete write-off.
I still don't have an answer on that. My insurance company hasn't been doing jack shit.
Shock.
I'll repaint it for you.
So did he get charged?
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to ask you that.
The constable in charge of the investigation said the other guy is entirely at fault. So,
right.
And you have that in writing?
Only I don't have the police report, unfortunately, and everyone seems to be being real wankers about getting it to me. So
you go down there and ask for it, they have to give it to you.
Yeah.
I might have to just make a trip into Lloyd.
Yep. If you go to, it was the RCMP?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go to the detachment. They have to turn it over to you right then and there, a copy.
Yeah, because they were saying when I was asking on the phone that I need to contact SGI because it was a Saskatchewan accident.
Not buff out.
Well, yeah, I think I got to go to Manville to get something for my dad the next week here, so I think I'll just make a little trip into Lloyd too and not leave without getting a copy of the accident report, because it's bullshit that I should have to contact anyone but the RCMP.
Yeah, that sounds kind of messed up.
Yeah, I think someone's giving you a bum steer there, Dustin.
Yeah, I think so too.
So what about your injuries and stuff, mate? What happened? What injuries wise, and how long were you in hospital for?
I was in the hospital for just over 2 months.
Jesus.
You can see, there's one of my scars there.
Holy.
There's another one there. And then I've got one on my hip, too, because my pelvis broke.
Jesus Christ, man.
Outback outlaw.
So how many broken bones?
Well, there was a couple cracked vertebrae as well, so we're at least 5.
Ouch.
So were you in so long because you had complications, or?
Yes, there was complications as well. Like this elbow here got infected at one point, and then it was 8 weeks before I was finally given clearance to start putting some weight on my leg. That was
wow, that's crazy, mate.
So where's your bike now? In some compound somewhere?
Yeah, some compound somewhere. I've got no answers on that.
So how do you feel about it? You know, you had a bad experience. Are you still going to ride or what?
Yeah.
Are you? Good.
Yeah.
Good man. Get back on the horse.
Good stuff.
Just quickly want to say, Outback Outlaw, you're an absolute lunatic, mate. Thank you very much for that. You didn't have to do that, mate. Jesus Christ. Happy New Year to you. You madman. You absolute madman. Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. I hate it when people do that. But thank you.
I'll have it.
One more time, so I can get a new camera.
I don't need one. Well, I need a new computer, obviously. Oh, Jesus. So you're on the mend, then, Dustin. That's what matters. You're on the mend, pal, and hopefully you'll be able to.
A cane now.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Wow, mate, that's crazy. So how long do you think before you can, ride again?
Well, it kind of depends on how things go with insurance here and how things go with the lawsuit I intend to press.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm hoping for spring 2022.
Good man. And I guess, like we were talking a few weeks back, you've already got your eye on a couple of bikes that you want.
Yep. Road glide.
Nice.
I figure I'm going to need something that rides a little softer than the soft tail this time.
Yeah. Oh, we've lost Jim, I think. I think we've lost Jim. Yeah, well, that's at least you're on the mend, mate. That's all that matters. You've gone through something that would put most, on the rounds and scare them.
Nobody wants to go through that. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I don't wish it on anyone, but Compared to some of the stuff I've gone through in the past 10 years, I'd gladly go through it again.
Really? Wow. Jeez. That's good. Oh well, mate. At least you're back riding. That's what matters.
Physical pain's better than emotional pain any day, I think.
Yeah, potentially. Jesus. So, well, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. At least you're out and stuff. Good to see you. Really is.
I'm glad you're on the mend, mate. Well done. You chose the right year for it all.
Glad to be on the mend too. I just wish the hospital would have fucking listened to me when I told them I'm diabetic. I can't eat this shit.
Mushy peas are good for you.
Mushy peas, yeah.
I want to be on this high protein, high calorie diet, which, that's fine, but their solution to high calorie was high sugar.
No.
Like, get your head out of your ass.
That's because you were in Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Saskatchewan. Right, I need a top up of my old coffee, boys. I'll be back in 5. So let's get Alcamoto. Alcamoto, talk about your brass.
That's Irish coffee.
Coffee for me.
Beer, coffee, still got to pee.
No, it's just normal coffee, boys. New Year's resolution.
There's whiskey in it.
Irish coffee.
What
you microbladder?
I want to get back. Right, quick, he's gone. Right, throw a subject.
Right, how close have you guys been to divorce? Any of you? How close have any of you been to divorce? Because I nearly got there the other week.
Did you mention new bike?
My missus knows I like Copperbergs because I'm a big girl and I like fruity drinks. Anyway, she buys me some Copperbergs. I think, yeah, all right, fair enough. Go in the pantry, get one out. It should have been cold, I know, don't shoot me. And crack it open, take a sip. I think this tastes like fucking dog shit. Take another sip. Right, shit. Put it into a glass, just made sure. Yeah, it was fine. And I looked at the bottle and she got me alcohol-free Copperberg. Oh. Now, I'm sorry, but that is divorce settlement.
That's
50%
one
of
strike.
everything she owns, and I get half the dog. That's. I honestly couldn't believe she'd done that to me. Like, that's worse than cheating. If she'd have gone off with another man, I can handle that. But alcohol-free drink, no.
First
I can't act that.
First off, have you addressed the issue face to face? You've got to address the issue face to face. Right.
As an apology, I got full fat milk.
Oh no, that's wrong. No. You see, you've got to give her a week to make up at least.
This was before Christmas. You're right.
But now's the time to mention new bikes.
Well, I've just brought myself a new car, so she's not complained about that. So I think she's still in the doghouse. So yeah.
Oh, has she not mentioned shopping for her yet, though?
No, give it a month and 14 days, fella, and then she will.
Right.
For any of you that struggle with that, that's Valentine's Day.
Alcamoto, I wish you were over here. I got a nasty job to tackle.
Go on. Why?
Get married as well.
I got a set of Harley Davidson heated grips to put on my Ultra.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah.
Have you looked at the instructions? I think they make them that shitty and that confusing so that you will take it to the dealer. And it's probably I don't believe it's as bad as it looks. It can't be.
Well, I'm guessing you have to spice in, don't you? So I mean,
you got to take the whole bat wing apart, the instrument cluster, pull the fuel tank, but none of that's really a big deal. But it makes the wiring look like a nightmare. And I just can't.
Oh right, yeah.
It's that bad.
Well, that's where I come in because wiring's my favourite thing, isn't it? So,
yeah.
But I've not looked at the HD stuff. I mean, the heat demon stuff's quite easy. But again, I think it's similar. You know, it's internal in the handlebars. What I've explained to mine, even though I look at heat demon and I've heard reviews about HD stuff, the grips, you've got to choose your grip. You've got to be wise with the grips that you choose on the outer because otherwise you don't get the heat transfer through. Now, if anyone else technical out there will tell me, because the problem I've got is that I've got the RLNS grips on, which are aluminium or aluminum if you're from the US.
Aluminum, that's right.
And they're aluminum, and then they've got the rubber insert in them. It's like half rubber, half aluminium for the UK guys. And it doesn't transfer the heat. And I even tried putting foil underneath it to see if it transferred through. And it didn't. So I'm only getting like a quarter of the heat that I should be getting through those grips. And I keep thinking to myself, why should I change to a cheap, $30 or £50 grips just to get the heat through? I want them to work with what I've got. So if anyone knows an idea for heat transfer, a very thin sort of heat transfer thing to see if I can get the full heat through mine, then let me know. I'm open to offers.
If your bars are hollow, fella, consider squirting some like insulated expanding foam up the other end of the handlebars.
Yes, I did think of the other thing. Good idea, that. But the other thing was, when you can get that paste for welding to stop the heat transferring past a certain point?
Yeah.
Like a paste. And whether or not I can put that heat welding paste inside enough, just past where the heated part is. And will that stop the heat travelling out and then make it out instead?
It's not particularly, I say a paste. It's more to stop like the UV light as well, because it's quite strong. But if you're welding, you hold your hand there, you can feel heat. It's not from the metal itself; it's from the UV light from the bright arc as you're welding.
Yeah, but it should stop heat to stop like a distortion of thin metals.
So everything I've seen about that Elkamoto is that the heat on the ones, the inserts like that, the heat travels down the middle of the bar. So whether you plug the hole, you've still got the circumference of the steel, and I don't think you're going to help that.
Oh, yeah, but if you take the grip off, and I've ran it for like 5 minutes in the garage with the grips off, and you can't fucking touch them.
Yeah.
They're mad hot. As soon as I put my grips on, it's not transferring through to where I want it to be to the hand. It is, it's warm, but if I'm wearing gloves on a cold ride, I'm not feeling the benefit of them.
Yeah.
So let me just ask. Well, obviously, you guys know what I do for a living, but there's a lot of technical experience going on here. And what do you guys do for a living? What you all know what I do, but what about you guys? Zed?
I'm a gigolo.
Are you? Oh, that's Cleveland, pal.
I'm a mechanical fitter.
You know what, mate?
I'm a mechanical fitter.
There you go. See, experienced guy.
I'm an engineer.
Wow.
So.
I really thought that aluminium would transfer the heat like crazy.
You would think so. I even tried putting. I put foil over as well to try and make it come through, but it didn't. Anyway, Diesels, you are from one engineer to another. So how many engineer type people have we on the page?
That's what. Yeah, exactly. Who else does what? Brad,
power engineer.
I'm a power engineer.
Yeah. Okamoto.
I'm foreman, senior engineer for doing heavy plant and equipment, quarrying equipment.
Jesus, there you go. So, Carl, what about you?
I work on the energy coast.
That's all you can say about that. Let's keep it going. Pingu, what about you, bud?
Well, I'm self-employed, but I mainly do property maintenance, building work. But I'm actually a fully qualified vehicle engineer, and I also do buy and sell cars. I restored this little red turd in the
Capri.
Your battery's on charge. I would start it up for you, but yeah.
Let's have another look. So the last
Nice.
Beautiful.
That's it. It was an absolute wreck about a year and a half ago, and I sprayed that all in this very room, restored it, welded it a lot. So that's my trade as my qualification. But day-to-day job, I'm self-employed. I do property maintenance for. I've got contracts with Crown Estates to go around all the townhouses and fix their shit. But and I also do my own recovery as well. So if any of you get stuck near Northampton or anywhere, drop me a message.
Just round the corner from me then, because I'm in Milton Keynes.
Happy days. I've got good friends that live in Milton Keynes, mate. But
hey,
Ricky, mate. Happy days.
Milton Keynes.
That'd be me.
You? That's it. Yeah, because I've got a friend of mine who's got He's got a Harley. He's just bought one, and yeah, he's probably done about 500 miles on it. Bought it in February, but yeah, obviously with COVID, he's got a back issue as well. He's got slip discs or bulging discs, sorry, and yeah, can't ride it. So spent 14 grand, and so far it's worked out about, I don't know, 100 quid a mile or something ridiculous like that.
Jeez. Well, hopefully get to see you down at Super Sausage then.
Super sausage. I do like some sausage. I had to turn up for my big discovery.
Oh, I bet you do.
That's it. You should know, Zed. You've been sending me all them dodgy videos on Facebook for about 10 years.
Let's keep it rolling before we go down some mad rabbit hole here.
Yeah, Zed, don't start on me, Zed, because you know.
Rev Bomb owns Super Sausage, I think.
All them times you touched me when I was a younger man.
Rev, for those that don't know, mate, obviously what you do, pal.
Right, well, God, started as I've been a professional DJ for 40 years, but obviously quit that last year. That was my evening job, but my day job, I was a coded MOD welder. So we used to build all the railway signals for the railway. So all the LED signals that you see with the speed on, they would be made by me. So coded for TIG, MIG, gas and arc, and then obviously lost my job about 7 years ago. And the garage that I'm at, I've known the owner since school, and offered me a job as his maintenance guy. So I built him a lean-to, built him a showroom for all the bikes, 2-tier with a ramp in it to get the bikes to the second level using the car lift, and not looked back since. And obviously now, because I've got a full bike license, I get to do all these rides for him as well. But still dabble in the welding and that, so. All good.
That's brilliant, mate.
Wow.
I don't engineer nothing but trying to open a beer. That's about it. But yeah, I just work in the booze industry. I make sure them stores are stock full of booze so everybody can have their fix. As it
there you go. Essential worker, right there.
Very essential worker. Only problem is we're not getting essential pay.
Yeah, there is that.
Screwing us on that right now.
Dustin, what about you, Paul?
Power engineer.
See, everyone's an engineer, man. Jesus. And obviously,
if I could just add to mine.
Go on.
From one crown servant to another, I'm also ex-police as well, so behave yourselves.
That means we got a couple of coppers in here now. Fucking hell.
That's it. No, you're all right. You're all right. You carry on. I know.
Couple of ex-coppers. Anyway, Jim, for those that don't know, mate, Jim Diesel.
So I'm a RAF regiment. I'm airborne, I'm paratrooper, CBRNI, so like all chemical weapons and all that business. But at the minute, I'm just like I'm a resources manager. So I've got like 40 blokes that I look after, and I've got loads of reports to write on them when I go back and work in the new year. So like it's all boring stuff.
Thank you for your service, man.
Yeah. Yeah, military, police, whether you're services or forces, you know, well done, guys. Thank you for your service.
Wonderful thing.
Steve, just to remind you,
I know you play fighter
somewhere.
Again, buddy.
That's your sticker.
Hang on, let me see. Scene.
There it is.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Happy days. Cheers, pal. Okay, no. I'm sort of a precision engineer. You could call it that. A precision 6-kilometer throwing engineer.
So we're not talking about shaving.
Say again?
We weren't talking about shaving. I take it you're artillery, are you?
No, mate. I'm tanks. Main battle tanks.
Same thing. Just you got wheels.
No.
Oh no, it's guns. They're guns.
No.
Artillery.
No, hell no. That's like saying to Jim, he's in the paras.
No, he's a crab. He's a crab.
No, I'm not a crab. No. Oh, crabs. Oh.
There you go. Look, the Punkster says X58 Squadron RAF.
Thank you as well, mate. Well done.
Yeah. Punkster. I've subscribed to the Punkster.
Just while we're talking shite, let me say hello to a couple of lads that have popped in. I did see Sinister Clutch. How you doing, mate? Happy New Year. And I'm sure I've seen Smitty. Reading. What's happening, mate? Happy New Year to you.
Well, whilst we're on the subject of ex-military and ex-services, etc., I just want to say it really made me sad this year that with Remembrance Day and Remembrance Sunday, how you know, how everything had to be scaled back. And for me, it's all I've always been very passionate about remembrance, because my birthday's November 11th. So of course I've always been brought up knowing that, you know, you do your 2-minute silence first. You know, give your thanks to the men and women everywhere that, you know, give their lives for us to be in peace, and then you can have your birthday. But this year, because it was so scaled back, and it wasn't nice to see all the people, you know, lying in the streets, you know, in silence. But I know we all did it in our own way on the doorstep, but it sort of still, to me, wasn't the same.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. You're right. And that's, you know, for us that are, you know, even for you guys, police, ex-fire brigade, all that. November 11th is, you know, it's not just us. It's around the world, you know. It's I think it's Veterans Day in the States and stuff like that. Memorial Day, I think. Veterans Day, I think. But yeah, you're right, mate. That's one day a year that I look forward to, and it's the one day a year that I know I've got to dress up smart, and obviously, Jim, you're the same. Like, you've got to, you know, make sure you're polished up, all nice and neat, and I take pride in doing what we do, you know. So
yeah,
why not? And the beard says, "Got one hell of a sausage party going on." You're not wrong there, mate.
Yeah, where's all the women?
Yeah,
let's not talk about that, boys. Eh?
No. That's
yeah, let's talk about it.
It's
all revved up now.
No, I'm not talking about it.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I could, you know, let my hair down, put a little short skirt on or something like that, and I'd end up with 100,000 subscribers by the end of midnight. So I mean, that could be a good thing, because that's what things happen. I'm not saying anything, like, you know, I could call it like.
I'm not saying nothing.
Like, leave it at that.
Not saying nothing. Let's just say there's a lot of perverts in the world.
Can I just ask the punkster who's in the chat?
Yeah.
Can I just ask the punkster who's in the chat, because I can't reply in the chat. He said he was on 58 Squadron. I take it that was the Naughty Boy Squadron back in the day.
Naughty boy.
Naughty boy.
Naughty Boy Squadron, eh? What's the story behind that?
Yeah. Oh, they're crazy. 58 Squadron.
Really?
Yeah,
they're a bit naughty. Yeah, very naughty.
What Jim's saying there as well, because I can't reply to the comments while I've got YouTube down. But White Rock Rider, you've took the word that I couldn't find before about the heat sink compound. So, yeah, that might be one to try. So thanks for that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a bit of a technical situation you've got there, mate, to find a way of making that work. So
the easiest one would be to change the grips, because I know someone else who had the problem with that, and they've just put a cheap rubber grips on it and you're fine. Yeah. But I don't see. I mean, I might want to change to full brass grips, but they're going to be worse for transferring the heat through. So, you know, in the winter time, it's a case of like what my missus said: we'll just put them on. We only ride on the good days in the winter, so in my opinion, it's like I get a little bit of heat from them. So do I just, you know, bear with that until the warm winds are upon us again, and then just think that, you know, I don't know.
So I think you should just get handguards, man. Like I was saying in your video there, just get a set of handguards just to cut the wind to your fingertips, right? And then in the summertime, take them off so that you got that nice cool air going over your fingers in the summer. But if you're going to ride in the winter, because I'm thinking of doing that for my bikes, getting the handguards. Even with my heated gloves, my fingertips still get cold, right?
Well, yeah, but when you mentioned that to me, Road Rash, you know, and I thought, well, you've got them new fancy heated gloves, so have you been wearing them on the iron while you've been riding?
Well, I do wear them occasionally, but some days it's raining so bad that those gloves, like, they're supposed to be waterproof, but once the water gets into them, it literally takes 2-3 days for them to dry out because they're so thick, right? It's not I have another glove that I wear that dries out really fast. I can hang them up inside my locker at work, and by the time my shift is over and I put them back on, they're dry, right? So where my heated ones, they take forever to dry out.
Right,
they're just so thick, and they're kind of bulky, right? Also, it's nice when it's really cold out, but I figure if I get a pair of handguards and put them over there, like those ones that the Dyna Bros all use on their bikes, and put those on, that'll really cut a lot of the wind down. So another guy at work that rides, he's got a little 250. He has handguards on his bike, and he says they work really good at keeping his hands pretty warm in the colder weather. So
Moto Blonde stuff on her bike too.
Yeah, but with the grips, even though you get the warmth there, if you've got the hand guards, keep up, you know, because it is the tips. It is just the tips, and you know, it keeps it.
It's vitally important to keep your tip warm, that's for sure.
Did anybody see that YouTube video? Oh God, I'll have to dig it out. It's on one of my feeds somewhere. Guy's got these lithium battery heated gloves, and he turns them on, and he's riding along doing his business, and he's like, "Oh, these are lovely," and oh God, they're really, really hot. He actually stops, and one of his gloves is actually smoking, and he pulls the glove off, the lithium battery goes up.
Oh, jeez, eh?
You know.
And then he's like, "I'm never buying a set of gloves off of eBay from China again."
Yeah, I paid a lot of money for mine. Mine were like $368.
So El Komodo, there's another thing that we utilize in the oil field, and that's it's a glove that you wear underneath your glove, and it's got woven aluminum in it, aluminium woven into it. So any little bit of heat you get transfers through that inner glove like crazy, and it's really, really thin, so it doesn't interfere or bulk up your gloves you're wearing on the outside. So whatever heat you can get to the glove off your grip would go through your hand a little better.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. You know, I mean, and I've explained, if you watch my channel, that ideally I'll ride with the fingerless anyway. It's only, but those head gloves that I do wear, they're fantastic. I did in like most. No glove is waterproof. No glove will protect you from what's going to be a -15 wind chill coming through.
Yeah.
I found that, but the other end of the spectrum is no pain, no gain, and if you get home and you've enjoyed the ride, then that's the main thing. You can always warm up afterwards.
Well, it's funny. We were talking about me and fucking Brad were talking before about, you know, what can we talk about tonight, sort of thing, and the fact that we're talking about gloves and stuff like that. Let's talk about gear. You know, what type of gear we use, and for different type of, you know, different type of weather and stuff like that. I mean, you've seen what I ride around when it's boiling hot. I just have me leather coat on and a t-shirt and some Kevlar pants and a pair of jeans. A pair of Rockport boots. And obviously a pair of gloves. But what about you guys? When it's warm, do you wear? The question is, I suppose, do you wear the full shebang or
all the gear all the time?
Really?
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah.
Depends on the ride.
I was just wearing a vest, but I didn't slide it off. So.
Right. Okay, I'll kick this off. It depends on the ride, doesn't it? It depends on the bike that you're riding in some comparisons, because, you know, if you're on a gypsy or something like that, then you know you're not going to be wearing well, some people wear t-shirts, flip flops. That's up to them. Yeah. But probably similar to a few people who ride the Harleys. You know, it's going to be your Kevlar jeans and decent pair of boots. You know, and if sometimes I'll wear the Kevlar shirt and I'll have it just rolled up to my sleeve if it's warm. In the winter, I found that, you know, it's the only time, or if it's raining, that the leather trousers, leather jeans will come out because they do have more protection. But I don't like to be, because people have said to me, like when I went out and I was cold on that last ride, that first drone flight, basically just had a hoodie on, a t-shirt and a leather jacket, but I was quite warm, you know, and it was just my fingers that were cold. I don't like to overdo it, you know. I feel like I need to be comfortable riding. If I've got too much on, I'm not in control of myself. I don't feel like, you know, I feel like I've just been plonked on the bike and I can't move. I like to have a little bit of free movement. So I don't know. I mean, that's just.
I think like it's very much, you know, your own choice, innit? I mean, you see people, you know, one of my videos a while back, I said, you know, look, I've got a t-shirt on. Yes, it's fucking 35 degrees. I've got a t-shirt on, but that's up to me. If I come off, I know the injuries I'm going to get, and that's entirely down to me to make that choice. You know what I mean? And you see people giving it this.
I don't think anybody could talk about it.
You know what I mean? You want, exactly, it's your body. You want to wear what you want. And, you know, if I go away on a long road trips, you've probably seen my road trip videos. I actually do wear a leather jacket, you know, just because I don't want to come off at long distances or whatever. But it doesn't matter.
That's the whole thing. It's like there's 10 people, right? It's like we all ride motorbikes. Every single person here that puts the leg over a bike understands the risk that you're taking.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we don't have to sit here and say that your gear is better than my gear or anything like that, because we should just respect the fact that we all ride bikes. You know, it's like if you choose in the summer to not wear as much as me, then fair enough.
See, I tend to wear a full textile set. If I'm doing like the 125s and it's cold weather, just set a full textiles. I've got the Biker Island from Australia gear, and you've seen the leathers today, so I've just got my new leathers for the summer.
Seen that? They're a bit tight.
Very sexy.
Spoon me into
the nut huggers.
Power Rangers.
I did buy something new though for this year for myself for winter riding. I got a pair of snowboard pants from Columbia, and they're not the thickest, but I'll tell you what, they sure retain the heat on your legs. And my legs now stay really warm.
That is a clever idea. I like that.
Yeah, but I still they say they're waterproof, but like I always say, nothing's waterproof. So I still, because I'm always riding in the rain anyways, I still put rain gear over them just to prevent the water from getting in. Because they're waterproof if you're up on the mountain snowboarding, but when you're in the heavy rain like we get here on the coast, they're not that waterproof.
Most stuff is water resistant more than proof.
Yeah, exactly. So I still put my rain pants over top of them, and that even keeps me even warmer. But yeah, I tell you, those snowboard pants, it's amazing how much heat they retain. They've got like a silver lining on the inside of them. And when I take them off, you can literally feel the heat just pouring out of the pants.
Good, mate. That's good.
Well, I had a pair of ex-military over trousers on the first trip I did to Scotland, and they were amazing. And the zip goes right the way up to your waist, so they're easy to get on at the side of the road if it starts pissing down.
Yeah.
And the first trip to Scotland, there was no wet got through my jeans underneath. So every time I got to the hotel at night, take them off, was bone dry, and I thought these are great. Now, the last time I went, which if you watch my channel, you all know that was a piss down 4 days. And going up, I got to the first hotel, I took them off, and my jeans were piss wet through underneath. I thought, what the fuck? My ex-military, fantastic waterproof trousers, I've let in the water. When I spoke to the missus that night, I said,
exactly what you're going to say.
Yeah. Have you put these in the wash?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, right. You washed the fucking waterproofing off them.
I mean, we obviously the same. We have the same ones. Me and Jim will have, full. Yeah. The ones that we get issued, and they are pretty good. They're fucking noisy as fuck. I mean, when you're in the middle of the woods of a night time, you certainly don't want to be wearing full waterproofs because the enemy will be able to hear you 6,000 miles away.
Yeah,
but they are good.
None of that shit.
Keep them dry.
Your skin's waterproof. You don't need none of that shit.
I just have to close my hatch. All I do is close the hatch. I just go like, fuck this, and train and close the hatch.
When you've only got one pair of jeans for the week on underneath, you want to keep them dry.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Exactly, man.
I've returned.
Oh, there he is. That's better. We can actually. It doesn't sound like you're rustling around in a kid's fucking ball pen.
That's it. Oh, wait, I was with that thing. Bag of bits anyway. No, I'm back.
Got all the gear there. Looks like it's we're tuned into Heart Radio.
Welcome to Heart 106.4. You with me, Mr. Pingu.
I've got some new stuff as well. I don't know if you've seen, obviously, a new mic as well. If you can see that there. Hello.
Yeah. Are we comparing how big yours is to mine?
Well, yeah. I'll just if you want.
Maybe weird. I've got big balls.
Hey, Scouse. Mrs. Peaches is asking where all the pervs are. Have you seen that in the chat?
I've seen it, yeah.
Above me.
You need to get her on.
There's a big Scottish perv with a white t-shirt.
Why is she not up here?
Listen, he's going to be quietly, do me.
You know what all the pervs are. Say again?
Hey, miss, been a bit quiet with me lately. What's up? What's up? You fell out with me.
So just when that guy pulled out here and smashed into you, mate, did you have all your gear on or what? What did you have on?
I was wearing that helmet, obviously.
Yeah.
Some textile gloves.
Shorts and flip-flops.
Another vest. Cowboy boots.
Really?
Jeans.
Just normal jeans?
Cowboy boots.
Yeah, they cut my jeans off of me, though.
Did they?
And they cut my vest off.
Wow.
But, when my bike hit the car, I went over the car, landed on my left side like a sack of shit.
Yeah.
So I didn't slide at all. It was just wham.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you break your pelvis on your handlebars or on the edge line of the car or what?
It would have been impact off the pavement.
Oh,
because I flew right over the car.
Was you filming any of this?
I can't. Yeah.
Unfortunately, no. I had my GoPro on my helmet.
Right, that's why you have to have a camera.
Always film.
Get that camera on.
Always,
How selfish of you.
filming. Yeah.
But the thing is, I've only got one battery for it.
You could have got a lot of million of views on that. Lost
You would
opportunity
have got-
there.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
the things you don't know ahead of time. Because I was planning on filming something on the way back. So I was conserving battery power.
Wow.
Well, look how that went.
So how fast were you going when you slammed when he turned on you?
Maybe 50.
Really? And
Is that K's or miles?
yeah.
It's kilometers per hour.
Let's be honest. In the grand scheme of things, that's not that fast, and you still managed to do all that damage to your body and whatever.
Did you
It's
go?
crazy. It shows you.
Did you go full Iron Man?
Full Iron Man?
What, snapped his finger and died?
Flying. That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah,
Full
exactly.
Iron Man.
Monster's got a good point. All the gear in the world ain't going to make a car any
Fuck
softer.
that.
You're right, mate.
No one's going to make it any softer.
Yeah.
And that's really what did the damage. The fact that I hit the pavement and it was just like a sack of shit. I didn't roll, it didn't glide. It was just wham.
Wow.
All that motion and then that sudden impact.
Yeah, sudden stop.
I was looking for the proper physics term, but it escaped me at the moment.
What car was it? What car was he driving?
Looked like a Ford Contour or Taurus or something like that.
Right, so it wasn't like a truck or anything like that.
No,
it's probably
a sedan.
Did the law prosecute it? Did they? Did you get like the police involved or anything?
Well, it was the police were there right away because this was actually almost right in front of the police station.
Oh wow!
Oh my life!
Like you can actually go onto Google Maps, go to Lloydminster, see the intersection of Highway 16 and 17, which is where it happened.
Yeah.
And then on the north side of the road, just like half a block left of there, or west.
Yeah.
That's where the RCMP station is.
Jesus. Did the other driver get prosecuted or anything, or for dangerous driving or anything like that, or?
I don't know what's happened with him. Like, I haven't even been able to get my insurance company to do things properly. So,
oh, that makes that's typical.
Time to have a lawyer write a letter.
That's so frustrating. It's like what I hate about an accident is they don't put you back in the same position you were when you had the accident. It's like if it's not your fault, you should not be out of pocket in any way whatsoever.
I agree. And so far, like my mom's had to pay for some meds for me to get reimbursed by the insurance company. But
yeah, that's bad.
I know here we have to pay for our prescription. So if we get medication, I think it's like £9.80, I want to say.
Yeah, but just short of £10. Yeah,
just short of £10.
Just the dispensing fee
for a prescription for dispensing fee. Basically, you can have all the drugs under the sun. You can have two big, great, 20-kilogram sacks of it. It would cost you the same every time, from a small little pill pack right up to a big bag, and you have to pay.
Hey, Red Bomb, is that all the drugs? Is it?
That's everything.
All
Yeah,
the drugs.
yeah.
Everything. Really, everything.
Apart from the little blue pills, don't use those.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I took one of them once, got it stuck in my throat, and woke up with a stiff neck.
You have not stopped eating since you came out.
Smashing the truffles.
In Scotland, we rub them into our eyes to look, Carl.
I need subtitles for that. Say that again, mate.
Just quickly want to say hello to a couple of guys that have just jumped in, guys, if that's all right with you. Donna Main, how you doing, buddy? Happy New Year. Thanks very much for coming in. Cub 57, I hope I've said that right. How you doing, pal? And Ty from Tennessee. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. If I have missed you, I'm sorry. Just wave at me in the side chat and say, oh, you've missed me, you daft Scouse so-and-so. Anyway. So, yeah. So Zed, where's the bookie, mate?
No, not tonight, pal. Not tonight.
Ooh.
No. Having a calm one.
Do it.
Can I ask Zedhead a question?
Go on, mate.
Yeah.
It's the North. Is it called the Northwest 500? Do you do that up there in Scotland?
The North Coast 500.
North Coast.
I'm going to be trying to.
Yeah, North Coast 500. Yeah, I've heard about that the other day.
I'm going to try and do it. Yeah.
Do you do that?
I'm going to try. Well, it's something that's it's on the list of things to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I might try and do that this year.
Well, give me a shout, mate, if you want a partner.
That's supposed to be a fantastic ride.
I might take a trip up.
So everyone's just going to follow Zed's back garden, yeah?
I'll
get the tent up.
I've done part of the route twice, but what I found is,
see if I can
part of the best.
figure
One
this
of the
out.
best parts of it is the Applecross route.
All right.
When you get to Applecross, is to do the coastal route out. But what I do, I don't come around and then head north to Liverpool. I'll cut across and then come back down towards Loch Ness and then back to Central Highland. To me, it just seems, I mean, there's some great stuff up there, but it's nice just to do the Central Highland bit because you miss that by coming around and then, I mean, if you're just going to do that route, then great. But I just think there's so much more to see coming back and then spending an extra day doing Central Highland. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
How far are you from Loch Ness, Komodo?
Say that again, David.
How far from Loch Ness are you?
God, for me now to set off from my house to go up there now without stopping, probably 7 hours.
Is that right? Zed, you must be a lot closer, eh?
Yeah, a lot closer.
That's his bathtub.
I've got Nessie on a lead.
I was going to say, tell us about Nessie.
I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen here, and it's like it's not working.
You guys know that Road Rash has one of those too, eh?
One thing that I will add, though, going back to the
Alcamoto, have you been based at the Green Welly?
Yeah, I mean, every time I'll always use the Green Welly as a central sort of stop.
So you've got the loops, you've got the loop into Oban and then through Glencoe and back down.
Which is the triangle, they call it, don't they?
Yeah. And then you could go down Mali and then down to Inverary.
That's right, yeah. But
the
reason we ended up doing a triangle on the last trip is because of the landslide.
That's right.
So you'll see if anyone's watched that video where we're all there in a line and then the road guy stopped us and we had to turn back.
Yeah. I think I spoke to you about that on Instagram, didn't I, the other day?
Yeah, but the plan next year, or this year, say now, is to do a similar head route north and then remember cut across and then go to Island.
Yeah.
So, we'll be heading up that way. So I'll certainly let you know if that's going ahead. It'd be nice to meet up when we're up that end.
Oh, 100%, mate. 100%.
Beard, no, mate, I'm not going for a record live stream tonight, mate. I think I'm only going to do a couple of hours, mate, so probably about 15 more minutes. But yeah, so the 500 up there is supposed to be amazing, isn't it, Zed? They're supposed to be fantastic route.
Yeah.
Tell the beard why.
Say again?
I'd like to tell the beard why.
Why? Oh, because it's New Year's Day and spend some time with the family and stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
Jesus. But yeah, so go on, Zed.
Yeah, it's really becoming a popular route to actually take, and it's. I would say there's a lot of tourists at a certain time of the year, and it's not really conducive to bikes with the size of the roads. Maybe everyone wouldn't agree, but scenery-wise, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You'll get some great pictures, but there's a lot of areas in it where it's all passing places and whatever, and you won't necessarily enjoy those sections to ride. There are better roads in Scotland.
Yeah. And you seem to re-tarmac them every year.
That would be so awesome to go ride there. And you know where else too? I seen it on I think it was Mr. G 1965, one of his videos. What do they call that down in the Ozarks or somewhere? The Dragons?
Tail of the Dragon.
Tail of the Dragon, that's it.
I'd love to do that too.
You know which one you should do? If you ever come out to the coast here, is do the Sunshine Coast Highway. That one's really nice too. It's pretty windy.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
That Tail of the Dragon, though, man. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of people wiped out on there, isn't there? You see all the pictures and the videos and nasty.
Oh, they're probably riding too fast for the road.
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
There's quite a good channel on YouTube. I know a lot of people don't follow her, but Biking with Butterfly. And she does a lot of like the coast roads and gets all the scenery and all the mines. And they were on the $1 Million Highway the other week. It was a really nice ride on the Harleys, and it's just taking in all the countryside and the scenery and the mountains and that.
Yeah, there's bloody loads in there.
That's good.
I know there's a road, the Cat and Fiddle, and I can't remember where it is, but there's a video that went viral a couple of years back, and there's a guy going hell for leather on all the twisties, and he's on a sports bike, goes around a left-handed bend. There's a car on the other lane. He's got no choice but to bin it over the edge of the cliff down the road. And I don't know if you British guys can remember that video coming out, but it was just like proper makes the old rusty sheriff go. And
that's as bad as the guy, one of the racers doing the Isle of Man, where he goes flying off the edge of the cliff.
Connor Cummings.
Connor Cummings, that's it. Yeah.
And we have
motor revving.
Cat and Fiddle and the Snake Path. Both of those about half an hour from
we're actually talking about motorbikes now.
That's what we normally do, but for whatever reason, we went off on a mad tangent about shite.
The road you mentioned, where people are having their accidents now, especially in the UK, they tend to be putting these average speed cameras and the 50 mile an hour limits on a lot of them now. So,
yeah, what a load of bullshit.
Yeah, we've got like in the Lake District now, a lot of average speed cameras in the Lake District. So
yeah, I was going to see the guy that got caught a couple of weeks ago. Then he did, I think it was 15 average speed cameras.
District, Hard Knock Park. Some of them are quite good, like.
Yeah,
we're supposed to be doing that with the sickness come spring.
Just quickly say hello to Mike Parsons and Mav from Motor Rev. How you doing, boys? Good evening.
And I'll just mention, actually, while going on about sports to sickness in the UK, that I am actually official Greater Manchester Northwest Ambassador now with the other three people. So,
congratulations, pal. Well done.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, you won't.
Ambassador. I should have the ambassador's hat on, shouldn't I, really?
Ambassador, with these Ferrero Rochers, you are spoiling us.
Well, the limousines, the FBI agents, wait.
Just lob Lewis Hamilton out. Just send you down to meet the Queen.
Don't get me started on that either. Jesus Christ!
That kind of worms.
I wouldn't get a knife off the Queen. I get a baseball bat. I think.
Yeah, I think.
Well, no, she just used the sword differently, mate.
Yeah.
So with you guys have both ridden the Icefield Parkway, haven't you?
Yeah. So I did the Icefield Parkway last year. Done it on the bike. Done it a couple of times in the car. That's something else, mate. From Banff all the way up to Jasper. That's an amazing road.
Yeah. It was just like the weekend that it became September. A buddy in the military here and I went from Jasper down to Banff. Did that one. Such a gorgeous road.
It's amazing, mate. It's such a beautiful road. Such a beautiful road. Really is.
Valley Trail and stuff. That was great. We did that last
Valley. And the other one that's good, if you've probably seen it on my channel, was just nip over the border into Montana and they go into the Sun Road in Montana. Yeah. That's spectacular as well. That's unbelievable.
I love Waterton. Waterton. That's fantastic place. That
gorgeous. Yeah, really nice.
It's just recovering now, isn't it? It burnt to the ground basically, didn't it? So
it didn't. Yeah.
Last time we were there, it was just recovering. Fabulous place. You jump on the boat and go all across the lake into Montana.
That's right. Yeah.
And
it's one of my favourite places. We love to go camping down there. Or did. Yeah. It's
Fantastic, gorgeous place.
They've stopped pulling over now, haven't they? They've stopped. You get on the boat, and you used to get off in Montana, get your passport stamped to say that you'd been into America and all that. And they stopped for some reason. They don't stop there anymore.
I think they still do it, mate, but it's been stopped because of COVID and park.
No, we were there last year and they'd stopped it because they'd stopped it for some political reason. Can't remember. He did say exactly what it was. I can't remember what it was. They get he was saying this, so when you get there, you'll get all the hikers shouting to see them, what have you. Because all the hikers want to lift back into Canada off the boat. They're like, sorry, no, can't do it.
Jog on. It's fun. Say again?
I'm just saying thanks to RevBomb for the sub.
That's all right, no worries, mate.
Well, Dustin's just messaged me. You need to shoot off. Dustin, mate, thanks very much for coming in and telling us about your crash and whatever, mate. Appreciate that, and obviously get well soon. Pal. Be good to see you on 2 wheels.
Best in your recovery.
No worries, mate. All the best for your recovery, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
See you later. Happy New Year.
See you now.
Get back on the bike.
Jesus.
Road Rash, you probably know about Toad Rock. Hopefully we can get there this summer.
Toad Rock? No, I've never heard of it.
Toad Rock Motorcycle Campground in Balfour, BC.
Oh, yeah, okay. I know there's that. I didn't know what it was called, but yeah, I've heard of that motorcycle campground that Buddy has up in the mountains.
Really,
a lot of buddies around here go up
on
there.
the list for this summer, hopefully.
Yeah, that's definitely something for me this summer too. Now that I'm back on day shift and I have to be on graveyard shift over the summer, I can actually get out and do some riding now this year.
You could meet us there.
Yeah, well, it's one of the plans. Is I definitely want to get up into the mountains this year. Once the weather starts getting nicer, and get up and do a lot of the loops and stuff that we have in the mountains, the riding loops, and do some filming and make some videos up there, showing off our great mountains that we have here to the rest of the world.
Toad Rock's amazing, man. I love Toad Rock. We spent, I think me and Kev spent 2-3 days down there, and it was just the ride around there is just phenomenal, man. It really is.
Yeah, that's all I'm looking forward for this year. I just want to do moto camping so bad this year. I tried to do it last year, but with when I got the bike and before I had to go back to graveyard shift, every weekend it was raining here. Every weekend that I got paid, it was always raining, so it was just horrible. You couldn't do anything, and then all of a sudden, bam! Guess what? You're going back to graveyard shift, and so then that's when the weather finally got nice, and it's like, well, I'm on graveyard shift. Mate. Fuck all I do now.
Just remember, Road Rashi, when you do get to do your motor camping, first thing you've got to do is sprawl all over your bike with a big smiley grin with, why am I doing this? And then put that as your thumbnail and let your hair down, and you'll have 100,000.
Yeah, just unzip
your top. I'll put on some fake titties.
Unzip your top, move your top to the side slightly, put a pair of leather pants on, like extremely tight leather pants. Exactly, then you get some subscribers like perverts, weirdos. Yeah. Anyway, that's a different story. I'm not going to get dragged into that with 5 minutes to go, boys. No.
You skipped the first 22 minutes, so it's got to be 2 hours, 22 minutes.
Quick one for Pingo, seeing as Pingo's a copper. Oh, that side, just there, mate.
Yes, sir. I didn't do it.
Pingu.
Yep.
You might recognise that if I say Andrew Harper.
Yes.
Yeah, I was tail gunner pack 2. So, still a shame that the little shits didn't get more, but
don't, mate.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah. Not the time or place to.
Yeah,
because it would take over the stream, but no, injustice, mate, and it pisses me off. I mean, pisses me off. The shit we do. The shit we do.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Obviously, just quickly, so for the lads that don't know, just quickly cover it, like maybe 30 seconds of what you're on about there, boys, if you wouldn't mind.
As you best do it, Red Bomb, because.
Basically, police officer gets called to quad stealing, gets his foot caught in the strap that they're trying to tow with the transit, gets dragged down the road and dies from his injuries. Big national thing all around the UK. 26,000 bikers all got together for his funeral. we all donated shed loads of money. The actual ride procession was 7.5 miles long. We had to leave in 26 packs. Obviously, the family rode in pack 1. We actually had a ride out of Milton Keynes with the police bikers from Milton Keynes riding the pack, and they asked me to tail gun with the Kawasaki. Big honour. And then obviously I had the vest on, got to meet a lot of people there. But obviously there was a great injustice done, and it's still ongoing. So end of story. So
yeah, just want to point out there as well, 28-year-old man that had been married for 4 weeks. I think
4 weeks. Yeah,
4 weeks. Murdered in the line of duty, and I will say that with passion, murdered.
Little bastards,
yeah, that's it.
And all I gotta say is, bring back national service. That's what I say.
That's absolutely agreed.
We don't want them
too right as well.
Don't send them in. All you're doing is teaching them. All you're doing is teaching them.
Give them a good beasting, though. You know, back round the back of the barrack.
Bring back dungeons.
That's what you do.
Bring back dungeons.
National servicing. You know what I mean? They're dragged up nowadays. They're not brought up. They're dragged up, and now taking them into national service wouldn't solve the problem. Those that are doing is give us the problem.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would.
Just teach them. Teach them how to be bad.
We'll sort it out.
You reckon, Jim?
Oh yeah, I used to do recruit training. But yeah, definitely, yeah, because you get that base core of people that if you love your country, then you should, you know, serve a bit. If you're not going to go to college or you've not got any direction in your life, then yeah, serve your country, do something. You know, go work for the National Health Service or go work for the council, you know, or join the military. You know what I mean?
It could potentially.
Why not? You know what I mean? You've got that core of people then. You know what I mean?
It would work on some of them. I mean, it would work on some of them, but let's be honest.
Yeah, it would work on them. Yeah, you've just got to get back to basics.
Exactly.
I mean, they bang on about it all the time, don't they? They say, "Oh, you couldn't do it this day and age," and all this. It's like, no. If they're not doing anything, get them in. You know, get them doing something. Get them serving the military. Get them serving the council. Yeah, just get them working the council, picking up rubbish.
They have to do it before they claim any benefit.
Get them doing something.
They don't want to. They don't want to do it, do they? They don't.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I think you'll have a hell of the knobheads that we get nowadays who actually volunteer to come into the services who are just horrendous.
Oh God, yeah.
And they leave after 4 years. Imagine bringing somebody in who doesn't want to go there, and imagine the dramas you get. Some would turn around, yes, they would, but others would just cause more and more issues.
It makes me think of is it Bad Lads Army? If you can remember that from years back, about 15-20 years ago. Whether that was scripted or not, but you had some right tossers on that, and and it was like, "What's your name?" And they'd say Elliot Wu or Elliot what. Elliot, say surname, and they didn't know how to say sir, and then we got called sir, and say what? They call him Sarge, and they say, "Oh, not Sarge. There's a massage and a sausage, and if you massage the sausage,
sausage, massage,
He died. Yeah. He died a few weeks back. That guy died a few weeks back. Yeah.
Bless. I didn't know that. I was
shame in it. But anyway, I'm going to go for a quick top up of coffee, lads, and I'll be back. So let's talk about something else.
Yeah, I'm going to get off as well. I'm going to get off Scouse. I'll have to go. I have to do
mate. No worries.
I have to do some of that family time. Listen,
see you later.
Yeah, cheers. I've got a few
nice
more
to meet you, mate.
down here.
All the best.
I'll be subbing to you all. I haven't done it now. I've got a few more names written down. Whoever, I said it last time I was on. I need poked into the right direction. So whoever I haven't subbed to, I think you can see me when I sub to you. So if you have subs, I haven't but I will be when I get off here.
If you do, I get no notifications of new subscribers. So drop me a message.
Neither do I now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So everybody, if I'm not, drop us a message and I will get subbed up to you. So
easiest way, Cal.
Makes it nice and easy. So
have a look at my last video, Cal, because there's 40 moto vloggers in there, and most of these, I think the only one I didn't put in was Diesels and Alkimoto because they're new, but I've got everybody else in that video.
Yeah, you did.
I'm watching yours. I'm watching your videos. So and some of you's got good back catalogues to catch up on, you know. So been doing it for quite a while, so I'll be catching up. So anyway, I'll get off. I'll see you soon, and be safe. Ride safe.
And you, mate. And you. All the best.
Okay.
Happy New Year, mate.
All the best.
See you later.
See you later. See you later.
See you later. Happy New Year.
Yeah, pal. Take it easy, mate. All the best.
So look, you can't even sign off.
No, mate.
Look, you know. Right, I'm going to go for a quick top up, boys. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in 5. Oosh.
Oh.
Right, I'm gonna have a quick. I've got to ask Zed a quick question. Do you ever get any overheating problems with your Zed?
No.
Never
Right.
I haven't. I've been on all the forums. I've heard all the horror stories about ZZRs overheating, and I've not. There hasn't been one situation that I've been in that my bike has even looked like it was going to overheat.
Because obviously we've got that black Z that I took the photo of that we got in. We actually
I saw that one.
Got it in, running it up, and the temperature was through the roof. And I, oh, that's not right. Starting to steam. Like, shut her down. Went all through the electrics, checked all the fuses. Guess what it was? The bloody fan was catching the radiator.
Right.
So I've ordered that. I've ordered a new fan for it, but we've already got a buyer for that one, so quite happy with that. So nice bit of kit.
They're beautiful bikes, mate. They're beautiful bikes. You're going to love yours. You really are.
I know. Mine's got the selector on it. It's got the K-track and the power. So this one hasn't.
Right.
This is the earlier version. But I was having a look at the black side panels, and I thought, I'm not a lover of those black side panels. And then one of the guys said, he said you can get them hydro dipped and have them look like carbon. I'm okay.
Yeah,
so I'm going to go for some carbon on it.
Yeah. It's like I'll message you on Instagram. I had a ZZR 600 and I had infill panels all done with red carbon fibre, and it was all hydro dip. You would think it was carbon. Nice.
That was about 5 years ago, wasn't it, mate? It must have been.
No, it was. Look, it was a wee while ago now.
That was before you got ZX12.
ZRX12.
ZRX12, because that was before you got that one, or? Yeah, it was on. Right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember now. So just catching up.
So,
Mr. G, 1965.
Yeah, Mr. G, what's happening?
Happy New Year.
Going back to Toby's question, like earlier on, what's the plans for 21? Who's got any big rides planned for 21? Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I'm going to Gaston Lane. I'm going out to Spain. They haven't invited me, but I'm just going to turn up. I'm going to turn up, invite myself round to their place. Laney looks quite fit. Guesto's pretty fit himself. So I'm just gonna turn up. Oh, fuck it. I'm just like, that and Red Bomb. Red Bomb. I'm also gonna meet Zed Head. I think we're going to do the Northwest 500. I think we planned that in my head. We planned that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do some stuff with Alkamoto. He doesn't know it yet, but So there's loads of shit that I'm doing next year. Stuff with Diesel Hog Blogs as well. I'm gonna fly out to Canada. Meet him and a bloke you might know called the Military Biker.
Your brother's here already.
Yeah, I'm going to meet these guys. Going to go out to Medicine Hat. We're going to tear it up. We're going to get down, we're going to do some shit next year. Yeah.
Burger King.
And I'm just going to be sat here all by myself.
Yeah.
Right, mate, I'll mention me. Don't worry. Don't worry, Jim.
Right, come down to Milton Keynes and have some super sausage.
Yep, I'm going to get some super sausage as well. I'm going to get some proper sausage.
Jesus
Christ.
So wrong.
What I'm going to do is
that's a different live stream altogether.
Jim Diesel's route to work.
Yeah.
And then what he wanted to do is, instead of him like focusing on the names and all them containers and everything, I'm going to have some stupid message on the back of my jacket and then just hijack your route to work.
Do you know what? I really want a Harley, but they're just so expensive. I'm looking. I'm like, because I want to do some touring, but I'm like, because I don't want to do it on the Ape. I want to get a, because I do like my nakeds and my customs, but I'm just like, they're just so expensive, aren't they?
Worth so much more, Jim. Come over to Canada and buy it. You get so much more for your money.
Yeah.
Really good against that right now.
That's an idea, Jim. Come over here, buy the bike, and I'll fling it on the boat. And you send it back to you for free.
I'm looking at doing that. Yeah, I might do. I might. Yeah, I might go and live with Diesel.
7 p.m. here. I've got to get out of this place. I'm up again at 5 o'clock. So good night, everybody. Take care.
Take care, man.
Take it easy, mate.
We'll see you later, Alfie.
Mate. All the best.
Yeah, I mean, I'm caught in two minds at the moment because even though I've took the sporty where it shouldn't be taken, and I know you have as well, Scouse, with your mountain. We try to take it to his limits and load it up to his limits, but the time now has come where my missus isn't comfortable on the back of the sporty. And I mentioned this in a couple of my vlogs, thinking I need something that's just a little bit better for doing those distances so she can enjoy some of those road trips with me. And when I took the Street Glide out from Manchester Harley, and I thought, it's a beautiful bike, and I absolutely love that bike. And I'd have one tomorrow, and I've already got permission to keep the sporty and get a Street Glide as well. So that's not a problem.
Oh, right. That's good.
Wait, from your missus?
Yeah, from the missus.
So who owns the bike?
Yeah.
You or her?
But because you've got to get the permission, obviously. But the thing is, it's about.
Oh God, yeah.
It's not just about me. It's about what we'd both enjoy going forward, and not to to include her in something like another road trip up north or down south, whatever, or even abroad. But the more I think about it, and when I was in Derbyshire up down Ringing Low a couple of weeks ago, and there was tracks that went off, and I was thinking, I just wish I could just bugger off down them tracks as well, where your adventure bike would come in handy, say your Triumph Tiger or your GS or whatever, or even the new Pan America. I mean, so they both come in the same category with your bags on the back, really, as Street Glides, you're down there, aren't you, with it, and you've got your feet out and everything. But I'm starting to think, well, hang on a minute. People are laughing at that Pan America, but actually it's got its uses. So I'm sort of caught between, do I put the money towards that, or do I, put the money towards something that's sort of semi-adventure and touring as well? Because I have other things, but we're talking about what we've got planned, because I have got some routes planned for next year, and one of them is to do the Isle of Mull and some Scottish Islands and take some of the Silicone guys with me. So, with that in mind, I'd like to have the missus involved with that as well. So that's hence why at the moment my mind's sort of doing, what is best for that second bike, and to, sort of move the vlogs on from not just a sporty, but have two things to, have a direction with instead of just focusing on one.
Yeah.
So,
That's brilliant. I appreciate
I'm in the same boat.
That's
fantastic, man. The Punksters just said if you got to be a dentist to ride a Harley in the UK, or a bank manager, and not necessarily, because I mean you can start off quite cheap. I know the Sportsters, you can get there from anywhere from $4,000 up to top of the range.
Yeah,
and I wanted to get a Sportster to get myself back into riding as well, and it's just deciding which engine you want as well, because Harleys aren't made for speed, really. They're made for
No, you're going to want the 1200 regardless. So.
But I'm thinking to myself, you got something with about as much horsepower as an electric whisker, or do you want something that can actually move? So 1200.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. I mean, the Sportster. I mean, my Sportster. It's certainly get up to 0 to 60 in about 3.8 seconds, which isn't that bad.
It's nearly as quick as my Transit van.
I think with the sport, I like the Sportsters, but it's the tank range. I think that if I wanted to go on any long journeys, is the tank range might be a bit of an issue with the peanut tanks. I don't. You can get bigger tanks, can't you, Alco? But
yeah, you can get bigger tanks.
There's not just one Sportster in the range. There's probably how many Sportsters in the range? There's probably about 8, isn't there?
Well, in the UK, you guys have more than we do in North America. We only have 4 in North America, and you guys still have the 48 specials over there that you can't get in North America anymore.
Change from this year. Next year now, that's it. All the imports, that's it. We're Sportsters are gone now for the Euro 5 emissions. But going back to that, you have the 2.2 gallon tank, or it can go up to the 4.2, 4.4, I don't know. So the 3.3 is a sort of medium, and most people will change to that. So I get about 120 miles between fill-ups, which you want to rest your ass after that. So, I mean, that's fine. But with the 2.2, you would look at 76 miles before you're filling up.
What would everyone say was a decent fuel range? I mean, like, is that Alcomoto that just said there's like your bum's going to need a rest? It's like, I mean, we could all have 200 miles if we took tanks with us with fuel and so on and so forth. But How far is a comfortable distance to ride before you need to just stretch your legs and chill out?
I suppose it depends on the bike, mate, doesn't it? I mean, for us to drive the sport or ride the sporties, you don't want to be on it too long because your ass starts to it, your back starts to it, or your body starts to it. But the guys like Brad, they've got the baggers, the geezer glides, and they can go for miles, and they're just, you know, it doesn't really matter to them because they can just keep going and going and going. You know, because
I usually want to step. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say, when I went last time I rode a Harley was out in Canada, and I had a night rod, and we did over 900 miles that weekend, but I didn't have any issues, no aches and pains or anything. It was amazing. Yeah.
When I first started riding, I had a Suzuki Marauder 125, and the seat on that, it was flat for about 8 inches, and then the rest of the seat, it just decided, you know, fuck it, I'm on.
You muted yourself. You muted yourself. Nope. Hang on. What's happened here?
He's gone.
What the hell?
His mic blew up.
Something just went click. Something clicked and he went off.
You got nothing, man.
Nothing, mate. That's mental. But yeah, I think to answer your thingy there, Zed, I reckon, mate. I mean, I get 120 Ks roughly out of my tank. But you know, with the way that I've set the Sporty up now, I can go probably for 120 Ks before, you know, my back starts to hurt or whatever. Because beforehand, with the apes on, it helps with the apes on. It makes it a lot more comfortable to ride. But you know, the Boulevard that I had beforehand, 250 Ks, mate, I'll be getting out of that. And because of it was a tour bike, and because of how comfortable the seat was and all that sort of stuff, you know, it wouldn't really bother me going for that far. But you're right, you know, you need to stop every 2 hours. Every couple of hours.
It's just how you reset, isn't it? It's just touch base and find out how everyone that's on the run, how they're doing, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't that a bit sketchy getting around that corner? And
well, I know with the stock seat on my Sporty, after about an hour and a half, your ass goes numb.
That's why I changed it to the Mustang.
Yeah,
I got the Mustang seat on both of those bikes that I've had, and amazing. The Mustang seats are fantastic.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to get, some Mustang Day Tripper or something like that.
Yeah, brilliant.
Can you hear me, mother?
Yes, mate, we can hear you now.
Beautiful.
RSD seat on mine is actually, when you turn it over, it's got the Mustang sticker on. You know, it's RSD badge, but it's a Mustang seat. But that's why I kept that on, because it's so bloody comfortable. And like Scouse was saying, I can ride the full range on mine. But when you're in a group or a tour, you know, and you've got the one with the 2.2 gallon tank on it, we've got to do a fuel stop. I'm still happy to get off and have a rest, even though I know we can carry on. So as long as you've got your shock set up right and you've got a decent seat on your ass, you can carry on going. But there's nothing like I said, I mean, if you've got a road glide or electric glide or something like that, that's completely different. So all depends on your style, how old you are.
Alcomoto, do you carry any fuel?
Never.
Like if you're running?
No.
Right. I'm just asking. It's like Luke will know who I'm talking about when I'm got a friend that comes over from Switzerland, Andy.
Andy Cooney, absolute legend. The man with the iron ass, honest to God. Sorry, I'll let you carry a bit. He's an absolute legend.
And there's a lot of bike meets that happened in the UK that Andy travels from Switzerland to come to.
Right.
And he's been to so many of them. And one of the things that he carries with him is a wee item called a fuel friend.
Yeah.
Don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I have.
You can get them in 1 litre and 2 litre. They're like little red or black fuel cans.
All right. Back to your bike.
Scouse
run out of gas. It's an emergency.
Very, very popular with the Sportster communities because you can get the side bags with the slot in for the fuel bottle.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of the 48 riders do actually carry them, but on the last tour of Scotland, I had a couple of 48s with the standard 2.2s and 2 gallon tanks, and I said to them, "You won't need the fuel bottle because I know, you know, around the Highlands you've got those fuel stops, unmanned fuel stations, and you'll never run out." And they said, "Well, I'm always filling for around 74 miles." Now I took the piss because I knew there was that's by Loch Lomond. There's a secret fuel stop on the right hand side, just near the south side. and one was pushing around 78 to 82 miles, I think he was, and he kept flagging up, waving his hand behind me, and he thought he was going to run out, and I thought, no, I've got 4 miles, and I pushed him and I pushed him and I pushed him. He says, I've never had that mileage out of my tank. I says, well, I knew you could do it because your light comes on with at least 16 miles before you're going to run out.
Yeah.
So after that, it put his mind to rest, and then he wasn't so bothered, and he'd push it a little bit more every time around the Highlands. So,
that is one of the good things about Scotland and with regards to where the fuel stops are. I haven't been out with a bike that has struggled to meet a fuel stop.
No.
That's the thing, though. At some point, you're going to have to ride your bike till it literally runs out of fuel to see how far. Top it off and just
done that.
And then put the reserve on. Once you put the reserve on and see how far you get off the reserve as well, because otherwise you're never going to know. You're always going to be in that position there thinking, oh, shit, am I going to run out of
fuel injection, though, you don't have reserve.
No, you don't, but also don't give it a tank lift as well because you'll lose 20 miles.
Yeah, exactly, just quickly say hello to Dibber in the Wind. Dibs, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming in. Howdy doody, and who has just popped in
Wild
there?
on Twos.
Toby, Wild on Twos is back in. Here's Toby. Look, Toby, what's happening?
What's going on?
How far did you get out?
Everybody.
Happy New Year, mate. Happy New Year. We're just talking about fuel, right? See on that big bastard of yours, how far did you get out of that before you need to fuel up?
Well, it has a CVO, the 117 kit in it. So my wife still jokes because she's got a 107 and she gets about 240, maybe 250, and I'm waving at her to refuel around 200 to 215. She's like, why do you got to refuel so fast? I'm like, well, you put my engine in yours and you'll be doing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You got 6 gallon, don't you, Tob?
Yeah. It's a 6 gallon, yeah. So is hers, but it's
my 07's a 5 gallon, and I get about 175 miles. I'm looking pretty hard for fuel if I'm too up.
Jesus. Well, it all depends on your riding style as well, doesn't it?
What's that?
It's like you're saying, it all depends on your riding style, how fast you're going, what you're pulling, how much weight you've got on the back, blah blah blah. It's
you got to, we all say the whole heavy foot on the gas pedal. If you've got a heavy hand, and I'm not talking about the other way, not that way, not that way. But
exactly.
If you got the heavy hand on the throttle, you'll tend to burn through it faster.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned about my Iron 1200. I love to get on the gas on that thing and take off from the light, just feeling that low end torque. Going, yeah. And all of a sudden my fuel light's coming on. It's like, damn.
I've led the pack once or twice to see if I could run Scouse's Sporty out of fuel. I'll do 85 and get them to follow.
Hey, hang on a minute. You're the one that's normally moaning when I'm at the front. Slow down, we're going too fast.
We're still talking about bikes, right?
Still talking about bikes.
Why is it that we're on between, say, because when I took the lowrider S out with the 114 and the street glider with the 114, and you could tell the complete difference in the torque curves and the speed. As the lowrider S, the new lowrider S, is that still on the wire, or is it fly-by-wire on the street glide? I don't know. I mean, does anyone know?
Everything in Harley Davidson in the bigger bikes after 2007, so 2008 up is fly-by-wire.
Is it? Right.
Fly-by-wire.
Right, but it just felt like with the difference in the bikes that it was more responsive on the lowrider. I think it was just the balance of the torque was completely different in 2 bikes. And I know there's a frame difference, but it just felt more like riding the 107 on the street glide than the 114 in the lowrider S. So.
Yeah.
But I always think, because people say to me when I looking at the street glide, I was thinking, well, the 114 seemed like that. Who's had a 107? What's a 107 street glide like to ride? Is it, in comparison to the 103? Would you stay away from one, or would you just go for the big boy to begin with? I don't know. Just something I'm interested in, obviously, looking at the bike.
I would stay away from the 110. I don't ever hear too much good about that from my buddy at the dealer. So I think that's a good one to avoid.
Right. Well, the 107, no problem.
I have a 96 in my 07, and
do you? Right.
I was really thinking about upgrading, and I'm just getting a lot of people tell me, don't keep that 96.
Yeah, the 96 is bulletproof.
Yeah.
My buddy's got that in his what is it? Not a Street Bob, it's the other one.
The other one.
But yeah, he's got that in his bike.
I love my Evo. I love that Evo. The Evo that's in my 99 Sporty. I love that thing. It's bulletproof, like you say.
Oh yeah, those things are bulletproof too.
She goes forever, and I've had not one single problem with it the whole time I've had it. It's been fantastic.
That's
love
good
it.
going, though. Yeah,
And it outruns baggers, no problem, AD.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, I've not finished with my engine yet. I'm talking about cams and everything now. For that, if it becomes a solo bike, you know, I mean, there's still work to do with that. I mean, I've got work to do with the rockers, so I'm thinking about pulling the heads at the same time and doing some work. But I won't be doing that until I get something else that's going to keep me riding while I do that work. But I'm interested now in seeing the fine balance with upgrading the Sporty engine, just to give you that extra kick on the top end, but increasing obviously the clutches and things like that as well. So yeah, that'll be the next step for me, I think, because there's work to be done. I need to look inside the engine, get my engineer and head around it and see what I can do. I mean, but yeah, that's one thing I'll be doing. But you'll know, I mean, obviously from your Scouse, when you go on the journeys, I mean, there's no problem with keeping up with your bag mates or anything like that at all. The only thing that you've got is no protection from the wind, and that's what the sport is all about.
This is it, mate. And when I obviously did the last Rocky Mountain road trip I did there, I've still got people commenting on it going, "You did all that way with no windscreen on a Sportster." I'm like, yeah, it was epic. You know, rain, wind, snow, all that sort of stuff. But you know,
I love having no windscreen on my Sporty.
Exactly. Once you're used to it, you're used to it. You know what I mean? And I think
yeah,
you can see both sides of it. I mean, when I had the Boulevard, I took the windscreen off the Boulevard, and that was a completely different kettle of fish. And I got absolutely battered on that thing with no windscreen. I don't know why. It must have been the day I went out or the couple of days I went out on it. But the difference has been the Boulevard, from what I can remember, and the Sporty is completely different. For whatever reason, it just is.
I know they're coming back from
a little dark fly screen that I had that I have on my 48. You know, it's only small, but what it does is it takes it off your chest, but you still get everything on your head. But the thing is, because my phone is mounted on the quad lock just behind it, there's no, you know, I'm getting no vibration, nothing in front of the clock, so it protects everything and takes the rain off, like my phone gear when it's doing the maps and everything. But I still get that feeling of openness, so it does take it off your chest, but you still get everything else. Away.
On that first day we drove up to the Rockies, mate, the wind was just horrific, and I got absolutely battered. And I thought to myself, "Man, this is shit," you know. But it was rubbish. But you know, once the wind went away and what have you, it was fine. But you know, I do like having a fairing in front of me. I had the fairing on the Boulevard after I upgraded it, but I mean that was something else. You didn't feel it at all, you know. So I think I'm like you guys. I'm gonna get an upgrade. I'm gonna get a bigger bike. I am. And I'm gonna get
the thing about it. Like, I had a Kawasaki ZRX 1200S before I had the ZZR 1400, and I preferred riding it to the ZZR 1400, and I'll tell you why. The riding position, the comfort, the handling, you know, it was a naked bike to an extent. You know, the screen wasn't as big or whatever. It was just totally different, you know. It's like in what I see with you guys with the Harley, it's like a sports bike versus the 600 Brigade in the UK. It's like everyone doesn't think that a 600cc can keep up with the 1000cc bikes, which isn't. It's the people, isn't it?
Yeah. But anyway, while you know what we're talking about, sort of bigger bike with the Harleys, the Sporty and the bigger bikes. That's what you're talking about now with the 600s and your 1000+ cc's, you know, your sports bikes. But you're hiding a secret, anyway, Zeb, because you actually quite like Sporty.
I mean, I had to go on a it was an 1199 Panigale, and the seating position on that. Sorry, what? I know, but what? It's just
no. I'm just laughing at Zed's poker face.
No, it's and the seating position on that. My legs were so close to my own stomach. Honestly, I felt like someone was stood on my back whilst my legs were flat on the floor. I'd gone over like that, and I was getting cramp in the top of my, my top of my thigh, and it was
all talking about bikes.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, but like you say about rider position, it's You've got to be comfortable.
You seen the Sporty when I first bought the Sporty, it had just the normal straight bars across from the risers, right? When it was sort of leaned over, leant over like what you would be, Zeb, on yours and Jim on yours. But as soon as I put the apes on it, man, it made such a difference, and it made the bike a hell of a lot more comfortable, way more comfier. I suppose that's what helps doing the miles on it now is having the
thing about it as well is like there's a lot of ZZR 1400 riders that have got the raised handlebars and the lower foot peg, and it's all about getting a position, a riding position that suits yourself. Now, I could sit on a bike and feel comfortable. You could sit on the same bike and you would not be as comfortable.
Well, that's because you're about three, but carry on.
Yeah. Unclothed.
You're right though, mate. We could all swap bikes and we could all be like, I don't like this. It's too much. It's too back, too forward. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, has anybody tried to ride? Has anybody test ridden a Livewire?
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the same as what Pingu was talking about. Where it's designed kind of like a street bike or a crotch rocket. The setting on it is, I'm not going to describe my body position like you did, but it's very, it's responsive. It's fast as hell. It's quiet. But the seating, it's an in town like a cafe racer style bike. You're going errand running or whatever around the city. You're not taking that on long road trips.
Oh yeah. Didn't you watch Long Way Up or whatever? Sure you can.
Oh yeah, they've used them, haven't they?
You need to be a millionaire and have a whole fleet of people.
Yeah.
And a diesel generator to get your electric bike up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well, they were telling, I didn't see all that. I saw a commercial. They were telling some stories about when they were getting through like Mexico or wherever, some places, and they were actually pulling off and talking to people, asking if they could plug into their houses, and they were blowing fuses in people's houses.
Crazy.
So you haven't seen that show? It's like I
haven't watched. I just saw some of their discussions on it in magazines and read about it.
When you buy a new Apple device, anything right now, you get a year of Apple TV free. So I didn't realize that I'd bought this new iPhone and then found out I get that. So now I've watched the whole 3 series. And all that, that whole electric ride up, that was just a big shit show. And I don't think that was positive for Harley.
Do you know, we talked about this last time, didn't we? We talked about this last time. I think they missed the fucking trick. They should have done it on the Paramedica. They should have done it on the Paramedica. Because that would have been the ideal advertisement for that bike. I'm sorry. You're right. You did what you did on a Livewire. Why would you do that? Nobody is going to do that. Nobody. Unless you're minted. You've got millions of pounds or dollars.
Yeah. It's
ridiculous. A Livewire is just like a city bike, isn't it? It's just for getting around the city because of the way that it operates, isn't it? It's good for urban. It's no good for long distance because the braking obviously charges the battery. So around town, it's amazing. You can get around town, you'll get longer mileage. So it's a city bike. Whereas, like you said, Scouse, isn't it? The adventure bike that Harley are bringing out, they missed a trick. They should have used that.
That was a massive boo-boo. That was a fuck up. Harley, it's a massive.
Look at some of the information that's coming out of China. It's like Tesla struggled to get into China. Why? Because China manufactures a car that only does 50 miles. Yeah. And they only because people will buy a car because they only travel 20 miles to work.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't need
at all.
So
the Chinese cars.
Exactly. They've definitely missed a trick there, man. They should have done it on the Paramedic.
Definitely.
The only neat thing was you got to see them take a Livewire apart because the whole battery section failed in the bike. And so I didn't realize that whole center section where the engine would be, that entire center section of the bike is the battery.
Yep.
And they had to replace that on that trip and on the one bike. And it was kind of cool to see it. They didn't show a lot of it, but you got to see what it looks like when you take one of those bikes apart. But
I don't know if you see
and software issues. But so the other two, they use BMWs and it was pretty good, man. All that told me is that I am not man enough to do any of that. I am.
Pingu saw one of the BMWs at the Transport Museum.
We did. Was it National Transport Museum, Glasgow, and they got it.
That's right.
They got it stuck on the wall up there, and yeah, I got a lovely photograph of Zed next to his dream car.
Capri.
No, it wasn't a Capri. It was a Porsche, lime green Porsche.
Lime
911.
Nice. Oh, hey up. There's this lunatic. Look. G'day, mate.
Oh, Smitty.
There you go.
9 a.m. brewski.
I was waiting on that.
That's tiny.
Because I didn't see a beer drink yet. So come on.
How you doing, Smitty?
Oh, if you can see it, there they are on the wall.
Oh shit! Yeah, look at
that.
And what is that noise?
Who's hollering?
Who's that?
And there's his dream car. Look at that.
Damn.
Oh yeah, nice, yeah.
Oh dear. Oh man, I've not seen you in over 5 years.
I know.
That's it.
Too long, Paul.
Too long. That's it.
Holy moly! What's going on?
Yeah, if they don't calm down, you
Jerry.
The car park.
Is that so? Smitty, what's happening, man? How's the weather in Australia?
Fucking wet ass. Yeah. We've got floods everywhere.
Oh shit! That's not good, mate.
Well, not floods, but like all the rivers are full. My backyards are 2 foot high, and it's fine in the morning like it is now, overcast, and then it rains from fucking 1 o'clock onward.
Jesus. That's not good. You don't have to get some weather over there, mate. You had the fucking fires at the beginning of the last year. You got the flood.
This time last year, your lawn was dead, and like this year, your backyard's 2 foot high.
That's crazy, mate.
Jim, is that your tribe?
No, not mine. I got nothing.
No.
Where's all that noise coming from?
Jim, is that your tribe?
What's that?
All that screaming.
No, not me, mate.
No, that might be my daughter. She and my wife are in the back there in the living room watching Brave. Disney movie Brave.
Tell them that with so many lickings, the neighbors will think they're getting a round of applause.
Yeah. Tell them to keep the noise down. We're live streaming here.
Yeah, or you can just get some duct tape.
Yeah.
Yeah. That won't work. We tried it. I mean, no, we haven't.
Supper time.
It is.
Stick the shrimp on the barbie.
It is. But listen, boys, I think it's Diesel just hit the nail on the head there. It's supper time for me, supper time for him probably, or tea time, whatever you want to call it.
4:30 on the nose, my dog.
Yeah, there we go. So, boys, listen, thanks very much for coming on the show tonight, today, good evening, whatever you want to call it. I know it's late for you guys. Spade, sorry, mate, you're just jumping in as we're ending.
No, good.
No, we're just happy New Year all.
Yeah,
exactly. I've got to try and make this yard.
I'll tell her the singing drove y'all off.
Yeah. Well, listen, guys, thanks very much for coming on the show. For those that have been on the show,
thanks for having us. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks for having us. Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks everybody in the side chat for watching or for commenting, and thanks to everybody for watching. See you guys on the next one. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. And don't forget to subscribe to everybody that's been on the show today. I will leave the links to everybody that's been on the show. I'll leave the links in the description. Yes, mate.
You only limited me to 1 can today.
1 can, mate. That's good for you.
Yeah.
Hey,
I just
water.
I know. I just bought 30. Bought 30 cans, so I just cracked 1. And that's it. So
brilliant. Well, listen, guys, take it easy. Thanks everybody for watching and whatever. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Keep an eye out. We'll week, so take it easy. Happy New Year.
See you later.
I'll come over. Look.
Ta-ra, mate. Speak to you in a bit.
Boys.
See you later, boys. Ciao for now.
Bye.